You know, I had so much fun flying with Slant Alpha yesterday as a part of his 2 year anniversary that I just decided to keep it going tonight. So, welcome to Pierre, South Dakota. Howdy, everybody. Happy Tuesday. And we're going to be flying today as a part of the GA event that is centered around Sioux City, Iowa. It'll be the first time I've ever been there, and I'm pumped. Let's go. It's the wonderful, the beautiful TBM 900, and very excited for again a midweek GA event. You know, I'm all about those, and I would like to welcome everybody aboard. We're going to jump right into it because we hope to be airborne here in not too long. If I can get the door shut, that's kind of the first step in the process here. So, Pierce, South Dakota, again, congratulations, first of all, Slant Alpha Adventures for 2 years, the 2 year anniversary of his Twitch stream. Pretty doggone awesome, and an awesome guy to boot. So, lots of congratulations. It was really fun last night. We flew from Casper, Wyoming to a little town called Edgemont, South Dakota, and then we flew from Edgemont, South Dakota to Pierce, South Dakota. And actually, I didn't make it. I had an engine issue and had to divert to one of the little small airports. And Anyway, so I got in here, but it was well after the event was over. But I had fun nonetheless. It was just one of those one of those pretty cool streams, pretty cool night. This is kind of my stomping grounds. I'm in a roundabout way, kind of from this part of the country. So I thought, what the heck? The Sioux City, Iowa event is not that far away. It's about an hour and 20 minutes away, and so we figured, what the heck? Let's go ahead, and I haven't been in the TBM for a while, so let's see if we can fly that. There's the hound checking in. Hey, thank you. Yeah, that's me and my brother, and we're standing in front of my grandpa. My grandpa's old Cessna 150. So the if for those of you that are familiar with the channel, you know that the name Melvin Leroy is actually, that's my grandpa's name. His name was Mel Torkelson, Melvin Leroy Torkelson, and so this stream is just a little bit of a tribute to him. So all right, all of our covers are off. Chocks, I think I took the chocks off. Yep, let's just double check here. And I've done the maintenance report. Look through that. If you're familiar with this plane, you know it's pretty detailed as far as that goes.
Okay.
And everything looks good though. I haven't broken anything in a while. um, yeah, I think we're ready to go here. Let's put the auxiliary boost pump on. Let me get a little bit better view here. Oh, I need the battery on. Gosh darn. I'm about to break stuff. Battery needs to come on first. Let's get the avionics and everything loaded up. And yeah, Ayers, appreciate that, man. Well, Ayers, I'm glad you're here, buddy. It's we've been missing you. Okay, there we go. Boost pump is on. We're gonna say clear prop. Looks like the prop area is nice and clear. Let's get things started. Looking for 13 on the NG. We've got it. throttle to low idle. Just going to monitor everything here. If you watch Steve-O-One Knievel, he talks about hot starts and hung starts and all that good stuff. We just want to make sure everything everything stays in the green, and we want to let it stabilize. And it's looking like it's going to be all right. Yeah, we'll put this baby over into flight idle. And we've got a good start. Here comes the prop RPMs. And everything looks good. Awesome. All right, inertial separator will come on. I need some lights here. Generator on. We're going to go ahead, boost pump to auto, fuel selector to auto. Trims are on. We're going to come down here, pressurization mode. We'll go to auto. APU bleed can come on, and we'll put the AC on here. It's a nice day. A little stormy out, actually. Around. We're going to talk a little bit about weather here in just a second, but all right. There's that inertial separator tone. And yeah, I think we're ready. We're going to talk to Minneapolis Center. One of them, well, I guess there's two on X-Pilot, but they're both the same. Nope, there's 3340 and 3440. So let's see. Let's see who we have here. This is, if you go to X Aviation or you Google search hot starts, TBM 900. That's who is the add-on maker. I think it's Cicada, or I think it's Daher. I don't know how you say it now, but it's recently, I think, been bought by a different real-life company. All right, 3340, 3240, or sorry, 3440 and 3340. Those are our two frequencies, so we'll see who's talking to who. We do have the AJ ground point niner controlling today, so I know I'm the same way, man. I'm the worst. I am the worst. All right, let's see if Minneapolis Center. Oh gosh. Now they just changed 2730, or I was either that or I was reading the wrong frequency, I guess. All right, let's see if Minneapolis Center is talking to us. At Minneapolis Center, good evening, TBM November 11816. Oh well, he's not going to talk to me because it's 3340. I got to get the right frequency here. So 3340. Just double check that. And 2730. All right. Minneapolis Center, November 11816. I'm not transmitting. I'm not transmitting or anything. What's going on here? I must not have something turned on. Battery, all that looks good. What am I missing? I'm actually at an uncontrolled field here. Oh gosh.
Great job, by the
there
way.
We go.
We'll see you next time. Take care, buddy.
I didn't have comms turned on. At Minneapolis Center, good evening, TBM November 11816.
November 11816, Minneapolis Center, go ahead.
Yes, sir. On the ground, Pierce, South Dakota, looking to pick up IFR clearance to Sioux City.
TBM 816, cleared from the Pier Airport to Sioux City Airport as filed to maintain 5,000, expect 17,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 133.4, squawk 4503, hold for release, advise how soon until you're ready.
Cleared as filed. Expect maintain 5,000. Expect 170. 3340. Squawk 4503. We'll hold for release, and we need just about 5 minutes.
TBM 816, Roger. Clearance void if not off by Top of the hour, so 0100 times 0054 3/4. Released for departure, report airborne on course.
We'll release for departure. We'll report airborne on course, TBM 11816. All right, well, so a little bit of pressure here. Let's get all this stuff entered in now. And
9933, go ahead.
yeah, I won't have as much time to show you everything on the ground here, so
Stand by for that.
all right, 4503, 4503, and we can leave it on. And 3340 is what we have tuned in. That's cool. 5,000. We need to put in 5,000. Quick weather check.
Delta 463, Minneapolis Center, Roger. I'll have lower for you in about 3 minutes.
Live weather active. Conditions here. 300 at 15 and 2971. All right, 2971.
933, contact Toronto Center, 125.77, 2577, good night.
We're going to take runway 31, so we're going to head out to the southeast here and get rocking and rolling. Flight plan, we're just going to put in kind of the first couple of...
Descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
First couple of waypoints just so we can get rolling here. We're going to actually tune the Pier VOR, and I'll show you that in here just a second. And then we're going to be going off the Victor 120 airway. Whoops. Where are you, Victor 120? There you are.
189 heavy, runway 12 right, taxi via Alpha.
And we're going to follow the Victor 120 to MHE, Mike Hotel Echo. And then we'll put the rest of the flight plan in once we're airborne. That'll get us in the air because we have limited time here, as you heard. So, yep, just gonna hang a left and get roll. Oh boy, I think I didn't have the brakes all the way on or something. That's crazy. Okay, nav lights can come on, and let's go. Let's go. Enough messing around. This thing taxis like a Ferrari, man. I'm on the beta all the time. But that's okay. So I believe we're on Alpha right here. We just have to go all the way down. And I technically should have been making some calls here, guys. My apologies. 22. $22.80. Let's go to beta. Let's get her slowed down a little bit here. By the way, we made a little hangar for Rob to celebrate his anniversary. We'll talk a little bit about that flight once we get airborne as well. At Pier Traffic, TBM November 11816, we're taxiing runway 31 via Alpha, IFR departure to the east. Pier. All right. So kind of a tricky little throttle here. That's kind of the one thing that's just a little bit tough in this is I just have a SciTech throttle quadrant, and so this, of course, it's more like an automatic, you know. So it has the horizontal and vertical movement. You really need need a specialized little throttle quadrant, but it works okay. Nick's Aviation, good evening, sir. And how close are we getting here, guys? Oh, we're right at the top of the hour. I should have took Alpha 3. We're going to be all right. We'll be a minute late. We'll get set up here. I've got my flaps are down. We'll go landing lights on, pulse and strobe coming on. Go ahead, put the pitot heat on here, and we'll be ready. We'll be on the roll here as soon as we head out. Up here, traffic TBM 816, departing runway 31, IFR eastbound pier. We'll just kind of take it on the roll. I don't see anybody coming here. I haven't heard anybody on the comms. So I think we're looking good. Flaps are going to be set. Trims are looking like they are not set. Let's move them up here. There we go. Take off trims. There we go. That looks good. And we're ready. We're looking for 90 on the rotation, and we're going to try to climb out at about 115 to 120. Let's set the heading bug. Let's arm the heading mode, and we're ready to go. Gusty here. Oh, don't over torque, please. Thank you. Airspeed's live. There's 80. And there's rotation. Positive brake.
Landing
Gear
gear.
coming up.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Alright, it's up.
Landing gear.
It's up, lady.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Why are you yelling at me?
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Alright, that's gonna be annoying.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Alright, let's
Landing
do
gear.
this here.
Landing gear.
Arm the
Landing
autopilot
gear.
and
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Speedbird 1890, correction.
Boy, that's,
Speedbird 189,
do I
heavy,
have a-
runway 1 to your right, cleared for
Landing gear.
takeoff, wind 160 and
Landing
10, fly runway heading.
Landing gear.
Thank you very much for that. All right. Yeah, that was annoying, as all get out. All right, I'm going to turn here and contact center. Center TBM 11816. We are climbing 3,400 on course.
November 11816, Minneapolis, Center, Roger, climb and maintain at 17,000 and stand by for an altimeter.
Climb and maintain 17,000 TBM 816.
So up here, altimeter is 2971, that's more than 1 hour old.
71 816. All right, there we go. We're going low altitude airways
And
today.
correction, 2971 will be the last few minutes here, so that's the recent.
Raj. And that should be a pretty good intercept course. See you later, Pier Airport. We'll get on course here, then I will talk a little bit about some of the stuff from yesterday, and also some of the things we have scheduled for tonight here. A little slow on my rate of climb here, or at my speed, I should say. That's actually the optimum in terms of vertical rate of climb. That's the VX. I was hoping for more of a 115, kind of more of a VY here, but I'm not in a huge hurry to get up in this cloud level, this cloud layer stuff. But that's kind of where we're at, and we'll take a look. I'm going to get up here, get to cruise altitude. We'll put the rest of the route in here.
Citation 29 Delta, decide that pilot
Turn the
discretion,
inertial
maintain
separator off
40.
through 7,000. We'll watch that inertial separator comes off, and the torque
189 heavy, Minneapolis radar contact.
goes up a little bit.
7,000.
Want to make sure I don't over torque it. Takes about 30 seconds for that to open back up. Here comes that torque. And we can climb out about 91%, I think, is what the book says. So let's see how close that gets as we open up here. Yeah, 92, 91%, that'll be good. All right, let's continue with our flight plan. Oh gosh, I just overshot, actually. Hold the phone, Central. I just overshot my course. Let's make a slight correction.
Delta 463, contact Minneapolis Center 127.3. Good night.
Trying to multitask and not doing a very good job of it. So my throttle quad is just the SciTech, whatever that generic SciTech is. So it has the 3 levers, and yeah, so it's built for essentially built for like a Cessna 152 or whatever. It's got the 3 that slide up and down, and it's a good solid yoke or throttle quad. I mean, I've enjoyed it, but it does not simulate the up and over movement that you have in the TBM. Let's check our temp. I think we're okay here. Yeah, we're still 3 above. So we're running into the first little bit of weather.
Dwight, resume the Wellstone 7 departure. Climb and maintain flight level 390.
And I don't know that I don't think I have weather on this bad boy. So we're going to see if we get above the clouds.
Climb and maintain flight level 390.
Hopefully we will. All right, landing taxi lights are off, and we're on course. Titanium Druid checking in.
2238, descend via the Torgy 3
Ah, very nice, very nice, TD. How was the weather there in Sioux City?
Descend via the arrival 12 right transition, United 2263.
Just verify that was for United 2238.
Yeah, I have no clue where I got that. United 2238.
Drew V. Drew K. I'll mess that up. Drew K. 1985. Thanks for putting on a midweek GA event, man. We really appreciate it. And thanks for stopping by the stream, by the way. Welcome to our little endeavor here. Back to the flight planning mode. So we have the first little chunk in.
And Mini United 2238, we have Alpha.
We're going to come down here after Mike Hotel Echo. We're going to grab another airway. And this is going to be the Victor 159. And then that's going to spit us out there at Yankton. All right, we'll load that up, and then the last point, of course, on the flight plan is Sioux City.
189 is loud and clear. Center Rouge 1840 with flight level 350.
That's
Rouge 1840, Minneapolis Center, Roger. Squawk 7065.
I love that sound. I love that sound. What's going on? What is TD? What have you done here, my man? All right, Drew. See you on 2730.
Turning direct to Dwight.
I'm going to set that right now, man.
Departure. Got you in a right turn back to Minneapolis now.
2730. All right, what? So TD has tossed
4 or 5 miles
an emote. Thanks. Or thanks for the emote. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, you hooked me up with something the other day. So appreciate that, dude. Yeah. And you gave a gifted tier 1 sub to Drew VK 1985. TD, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Let's see. You lost yours. That came with the yoke.
Heavy, turn right heading 360 for now. Resume the Wellstone 7 departure when able and advised.
Holding out for an X-52. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kicking around like the honeycomb. That looks pretty interesting, but I don't know if it works with my throttle quadrant, and I can't. That's been the one The only, I guess, negative feedback of the honeycomb is that it just
Speedbird 189,
it
it's
doesn't have any
072
way to
radial
control
off
your
of Gopher
throttle.
VOR.
072 radial.
I am actually not. I am running just X-Plane Cloud Art, or the generic version of X-Plane Cloud Art, and along with Active Sky, and that's basically it. I'm actually, this is, I think, a little bit of what you see in 11.5 is they've done a little bit of work on the environment, and the clouds do look a little bit better. I agree with you. Yeah, I think as far as the yoke itself, yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with that, but I have heard that it's just you have to have something to control your throttle, or else you're doing it with the keyboard.
Concerning an area of embedded thunderstorms. 3 Central, correction now 5 Central for Nebraska and South Dakota concerning a line of thunderstorms. And finally 5 East for Indiana and
Here's what he's looking at. Look at this.
Thunderstorms. All 3 are outbound until 0255. Further information available.
Holy guacamole. So we got lucky. We're south of most of it, but we do have this little thin convective line that we have to kind of make a little bit of a decision, because as we head towards Mitchell, we've got some red and we don't want that. So I may request to divert just a little bit north. Let's see how close we are getting to Mitchell. What do we have here?
Delta 954, Minneapolis Center, I-10, good evening.
I-10, good evening, thank you.
So we're still, let's see, we have 24, 34, so, we're still a good 80 or 90 miles away.
Delta 954, radar contact 4 or 5 miles west of O'Neill. Stand by
it might not be a bad thing for us to think a little bit about. Might not be a bad thing for us to think about trying to go a little bit north. You can deal with the green and the blue. Once it starts getting into red, that's when it's kind of sketchy. And I don't know which way this stuff is moving, if it's moving north or south. But if we were able to go even maybe up here toward here in South Dakota, that might not be a bad deal. And then maybe we could slide down here. I wouldn't even be opposed to going here and down to Sioux Falls. Maybe I'll give Center a call and just see what he thinks.
Ameristar 1092, contact Chicago Center 134.87. Good night.
Antonio Cana.
Chicago,
Antonio Cano, sorry, 99. Thank you for pushing that follow button. Welcome to Prop Culture. Good to have you along. We're picking and choosing our way through some weather here, and I'm going to see what AJ feels like he's able to do anything for us here. Yeah, Minneapolis Center, TBM 816.
TBM 816, go ahead. I'm sorry I didn't radar identify you before. T-radar contact. Called about 15 miles southeast of Pier VOR. Altitude indicates 17,000. Then go ahead with your request.
Yeah, we'd like to divert a little to the north here for some buildup in front of us. And actually, if it's okay with you, we could go maybe Huron and then Sioux Falls, and then down to Sioux City if we can make an adjustment to our flight plan.
316, okay. Deviations left, of course, approved. You can expect that routing. I'll have that for you in just a minute.
816, thanks. All right, so left of course deviation is approved, and I will show you. We're going to essentially just go slightly northeast.
TBM 816 re-cleared to Sioux City Airport. When able, direct to Huron VOR and advise, then direct Sioux Falls VOR, direct Sioux City Airport.
All right, re-cleared, present position, direct Huron VOR. Will advise when direct Sioux Falls VOR, then Sioux City direct TBM 816. Golly, I hope I read that back correctly.
Once again, advise direct to Huron when able. So for now, deviations left, of course, approved for the build-up. Direct Huron VOR when able and advise. The rest to read back correct.
Roger. We'll advise direct Huron. Thanks, TBM 816. So we're going there now. We're going there now. And we're going to go, instead of there, we're just going to get rid of that. So it's a slightly different route. We don't even have to fly the Victor 1.5 here. So, and hopefully that'll keep us north of all this, the most of the bad stuff there. All right, so that also means though that we're going to have to do some more work down here. So let's put in Huron is Hotel Oscar November. We're going to enter that USA North Huron, and we are going to spin this up, and we're just going to go direct right now, and then we'll put the rest of it in. Direct, enter, oops, enter. And oh crap, I didn't get it. Somehow I screwed up. H-O-N. Enter. Yeah, I got rid of my departure airport. Direct. Enter. There we go. We're rolling now. Let's just double check. Clear the flight plan out. Yep. All right, we're direct at Minneapolis Center, TBM 816, direct Huron. We hope.
TBM 816, roger. Thanks.
All right. I do have NextRad. We'll put that on there and we'll see what it shows us. Okay, now back to business here. So after Huron, we go to Sioux Falls. So all that work, and I'm just totally revamping, but that's part of the deal. So we're going to clear that out. And, oops, clear that out, okay. We're going to clear that out, okay. And we're going to put in Sioux Falls, FSD, Foxtrot, Sierra, Delta. And then we have to do a little, I think we have to do like a backspace. Yeah, there we go. Enter. And then we're cleared after that. Direct Sioux City. So a much kind of simpler route now. But it will hopefully keep us clear of the weather, which I don't know that I've honestly ever turned on the weather radar on this thing, so we'll see what it looks like. It's not showing diddly squat right now. I guess it's showing a little bit over here, unless those are just lakes. Gosh, who knows? I don't even know. Does it have an airway feature? Yeah, that gets a little... There's my low airways that I was on. High airways. Yeah, we won't worry about that. Yeah, anyway, we've got active sky that we can look at as well. And we'll just kind of compare notes to what's going on and look out the windows. Yeah, so you can see we're above the showers right now, which is kind of nice. And icing considerations, yeah, we're below freezing, so we get into this. Actually, we're in it right now, aren't we?
554, you'll have area of moderate to extreme precipitation off your 12 o'clock position, 15 miles.
Inertial separator needs to come back on.
In diameter.
And we'll just turn all this stuff on right now. We'll just try to keep the ice off of us.
I would let you know Delta 954. Thanks for the info.
That's at 557, leaving my airspace. Chicago Center is now closed. Frequency change approved. Have a safe flight.
All right. Let me check back in here. Sorry, guys on chat. That just took me a second to get my ducks in a row here. JPC.
Minneapolis advised that I believe you checked in with it before. No changes there yet. And runway 12 left or right, your choice.
NextRad only shows active sky, and active sky is kind of brutal with precip. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Alpha, and we're going to Echo 6. So whichever doesn't make a difference to us.
I am flying glass areas. This is true. Every once in a while. Actually, I flew.
Left side, 12 left for United 2238.
What did I fly? I'm not actually direct here, am I? I got to turn the nav back on. What was I flying last night? I was flying the Diamond. Yeah, so And there was a point at which Slant Alpha decided to tune in an ADF frequency, and I realized as I was looking around my cockpit that I didn't have one of those, and I kind of felt a little ashamed of myself. So this is actually 2 days in a row that I'm flying a G1000. It's still way too complicated for me, man. But what the heck, I have fun. I have fun. All right, all the anti-ice and everything turned on, plus a pretty stiff wind from the right-hand side has our airspeed down a little bit, and we're temping out now. So this plane's interesting. You can torque limit or you can temp limit depending on the situation. And right now we're only 85% torque, but we are right at the top of our ITT, so we just are going to leave it at that. Oh, you know what? Guess what I forgot to do? I could have swore I hit that sucker.
6696 Minneapolis Center,
I hope I didn't break the flaps there. See, right there is an example. This is way too complicated. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, that's all it is, right? It's an AM radio basically. I went to school down in Laramie, so I missed 85 KOA. Man, I missed listening to Rockies games and Broncos games. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. It's too bad that's not simulated. Wouldn't that be kind of cool if you could tune in an AM radio station? Yeah, JPC, you didn't see anything.
Flight 6696 Minneapolis Center, verify ident.
So we're still going to be temp limited, and we're still not going to get up to where we normally would be here, which is a little over 200. And all right, so let's talk. Let's talk about our flight plan now. You kind of see the adjustments that we've made. We're going to be above, for the most part, all the bad stuff. We're going to go to Sioux Falls. We're going to go down south to Sioux City. Depending on how we feel, we may turn around from Sioux City and fly up to Cedar Rapids. It's about another hour-long flight. Vertical Sim has some scenery up there that's kind of cool. So divert only when the TOT change destination. What are you talking? What's TOT? Deviate around weather. Not. Oh, I said divert. Sorry. Yep, you're right. I see what you mean. Yep. Not choosing my words correctly there. Redneck Love and Life. Hello, sir. Happy Tuesday, man. So anyway, we'll be into Brigadier General Bud Day Field here in just a little bit, and like I said, since it's only about an hour-long flight, we may check our fuel and head up to Cedar Rapids. Let's talk a little bit about, though, how I ended up in Pierce, South Dakota. So if you don't know, there's a streamer called Slant Alpha Adventures who just celebrated his 2-year anniversary last night, and he recreated one of his first ever flights, a VOR trip from Casper, Wyoming to Edgemont, South Dakota to Pierce, South Dakota. And so that was just an absolute blast. Flew along there, 4 or 5 guys that flew along with us. JPC was one of them, and which, by the way, JPC, congrats on winning the landing rate in the first airport. Guess who won the landing rate at the last airport? Yeah. So yeah, you'll have to let me know what you decide to pick up. I'm undecided right now. Kind of thinking I'm going to wait and see if there's any good 4th of July sales, because I'm like Air is the Hound, and there's so many things I need. They decommissioned the NDB at Centennial. Ah, man. Yeah, they're going by the wayside. Even VORs, right, are going by the wayside, which is crazy. But yeah, you were right on the money, man, and I was one off. It's getting tougher and tougher to win this deal. So, all right, as you can see, our clouds, by the way, are breaking up. Oh, how beautiful is that? I did cook some ortho for the area. It's looking very good, very tasty. And we're just about right over the spot, actually. If you look down, almost straight down from where we are right now, well, maybe not. We might be past it already. You'll see the town I was born in, Redfield, South Dakota. Must be back this way a little ways. But anyway, so yeah, yep.
Frontier Flight 6696, new routing to Denver, advise ready to copy.
Yeah, you would have been right there. If it would have been a best of two, you might have won it. Although Rob Valkyrie was close on both of them. Usually, who is it? Gosh darn, who usually wins it? Ken. Ken usually wins them. But I was happy to fly along with Rob. Rob is a guy that I bumped into actually when I was over on P3D, and I was bringing a DC-3 into an airfield. I don't even remember what it was, and he was taking a DC-3 out of an airfield, and I'm like, there's a guy. There's a guy I need to get to know. And sure enough,
I'll get back to you with that. Hang on a second.
Little did I know, 2 years later, he'd be a big influence on what I do, and a lot of the things that you see in my stream definitely are directly attributable to what he's done, and many of the skills, such as the ability to tune and follow an NDB or a VOR, became much better after I hung around him and got some pointers and watched him do the things that he did. Yes, you do hear AJ, the one and only ground point niner. We're in Minneapolis airspace, and VATSIM does work with the 11.5 beta. I'm actually in that right now. I'm in beta 10, and VATSIM is working great. You do need to get make sure that you have the latest alpha for XPilot, but that also has been pretty good from what I understand. I don't have it yet because I'm not on beta 11, but so I'm on beta 10 with the next to last updated version of XPilot.
Delete speed restrictions to base, descend via the muscle 3. Any chance for 1-2 right?
1207, I'll put that on request for now. You can expect that as you get closer.
All right, we're hitting Sioux Falls. We're going to turn south about 160, and at that point we're 77 miles away. We're going to have to start thinking a little bit about
Delta 1285 Minneapolis departure radar contact.
Start thinking a little bit about descent here, aren't we? I do have an ATIS. Let's try to tune it in the old school way here. 1945. I always like to make sure this stuff is working. By the way, I'm having some issues with my ILS, and I guess I'm hoping that the restart. I just did a restart. I'm hoping that fixes things, but I'm going to have you guys take a look, see what I'm doing wrong. I may be too far away yet to pick up the ATIS.
Deviations left, of course, approved, and stand by for order direct afterwards.
Oops. There we go. Yeah, can't.
Frontier Flight 6696, new routing to Denver, advise ready to come.
Visibility 10. Sky conditions view 4000, overcast 5000. Temperature 200, dew point 24, altimeter 271.
271.
Notices to airman, runway 1735, closed. Read back all hold short.
Frontier Flight 6696, clear to Denver Airport after the Wallback VOR, direct to LJ. That's Echo Lima, Juliet.
Too much traffic, guys. I can't. I'm gonna have to just get it via text, and that's okay. So I did hear altimeter 2971. It's information India. We're looking at the winds 130 at Niner. There's some clouds at 4,000. There's some overcast at 5,000. And visual approach into runway 13. Okay, very good.
Delta 1285, proceed direct to Orski, correction, I'm sorry, proceed direct to Rummel, resume the Orski 2 departure.
So anyway, the issue I'm having is I'm not picking up any kind of localizer, and so I'm not able to intercept things. So I don't know if this, I don't know if I'm going to have that, but I'm going to tune it if it's there. Do I have an ILS 13? I do have an ILS 13. So we're going to tune this. And
2238.
what do we need here?
Swoop 107, when able, proceed direct to Minot, VOR, and advise.
When able, direct to Minot, will advise.
Where are we coming from? Boy, we're
1840,
coming from here, so we're going to pick up, it's a DME arc, it looks like.
9 o'clock
So
position,
we'll
all
probably
the way
pick
through
it
your
up
1
here
o'clock
like at
position,
Ludge
developing cells to the
or
south
something.
of that line. It's probably, well, there's two separate
boy.
lines. One's about 10 miles wide, 5 miles ahead, and the next
That's
one's
not-
just beyond that, about 25 miles
That's not
ahead.
one of our
You may
options
run
there.
into some of the tail ends
Hosses.
of the cells that are
Can't
building
do
south of that
Hosses.
line. If you need deviations, probably recommend to right a course.
I guess I
so we
could
know what
fly
works
it.
for you.
I could fly it straight in here. It looks like I have the option to fly it straight in. And nope, that's if you're coming from this way.
Turn right heading 090, intercept runway 12 left, localizer, advise Minneapolis Airport inside.
Right turn 0.
Texas. Is that one of my... yep, that could be an initial approach.
The airport in sight, United 22.
Alright, well, we'll put that in.
Yeah, 1420 expect.
And we'll have it loaded.
1422, runner.
We won't activate it yet.
Tower 248, roger.
Alright, the rest of the information here. Localizer frequency
1840, verify you copy.
11130. Of course is 133. We have an elevation of 1098.
Runway in sight.
We have a decision height of 1295, so yeah, we're looking at a, basically 200 feet on the minimums. We go missed, we're going to climb 3,300 direct the Sioux City VORTAC, and we're going to hold out there at 3,300. So that's
arrival, runway 12 right, transition, Minneapolis altimeter 2980.
Thank you very much. Delta 9540 sending
Sioux City VOR right there. So basically, yeah, we'll be going straight out to Sioux City at 3,300. Okay, gotcha. All right, so let's put this in here. We're going to turn this on.
Minneapolis, how do you ready?
Oops. Oh boy, did I screw that up? Yes, I did. I want you on. Yeah, all right. Load. We'll just leave it at that. Still have Sioux Falls coming up, so we have a little ways to go. But all right, Ayers, you got to head out. I understand.
85 miles on the city.
Yeah, get some sleep. Stay safe, man. It's the weather's depending on where you're at. We're getting some nasty thunderstorms down in that southeastern corner of the state, as always. But be safe, buddy, and we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you later on. Thanks for coming in. Also, Redneck Lovin' Life. Thanks for the 200 bits, man. That was cool.
Minneapolis departure, radar contact, climb and maintain a 17.
Cargo. I like those. Those are cool. Or it's a cheer, I guess, right? I don't know how that works.
Chicago Center is closed.
I'm not very good at Twitch. With an approach controller, you just do plan vectors. Okay, well.
Tower 248, contact Minneapolis on 127.3.
I will do that.
373 CJ.
I don't mind flying the DME arc, honestly, but this autopilot does such a nice job, it almost takes the fun out of it. Alright, so we're going vectors.
Tower 126.7, good night.
Over to tower, United 22.
There we go.
Thanks.
We're going to go 200 feet above
Romeo,
barrel.
remain outside of the Minneapolis Bravo airspace. You can expect entry instructions from the tower, so descend underneath the Bravo
And
towards the
we'll
airport
load it.
and expect that from the tower.
And we'll be ready. Okay, very good. We've briefed the arrival. The approach. There is no arrival into Sioux City. Let me double check that before I say that out loud. Nope, no arrival, no departure, just the approach. 13 left. Now the other thing we need to take a quick peek at is where are we going after we get on the ground. So there's runway 13. It'll be a left-hand turn, and it looks like there's hangars there, transient parking here, some hangars there. Okay, well, we'll probably be shut down here by Delta and or maybe Bravo at the latest, and we'll kind of get to the left and we'll get on Alpha and we'll head in wherever they take us. There might be an FBO somewhere. We will request, as always, the fanciest of FBOs for our TBM. You know, we want the Sioux City, Iowa signature FBO. And Mr. Black Fox 403, good evening, sir. What a great couple of photos you plopped in my cup of coffee this morning, man. That dusk flying is just simply awesome, isn't it? Actually, I was hoping to get a little bit of that tonight, but I think I bumped my time slider back just a little too much. Maybe we'll get it if we go up into not Sioux City. Oh, jeez Louise. Cedar Rapids. Where are we going? Where's the second? What did I say the second one could be?
Maintain flight level 390. I maintain 390, Delta 214.
Cedar Rapids. Is that right? Yeah. The vertical sim, Cedar Rapids.
Delta 954, we're leaving 350.
Delta 954, roger.
Had to break from the DC-3 and give. Yeah, I gotta give that Caravan a little bit of love, man. Is that? I maybe have asked you this. Is that Carenado Caravan? Looks nice. Mrs. Fox has taken a liking to it as well, which is, I think, really awesome, man. Okay, so we do have 2730 tuned in. It sounds like we're gonna get that handoff here in just a bit. If you're tuned in, you can be watching the Ground Point Niner stream. He's streaming the event tonight, and yes, bonus points because I did not use any play of words for SUX tonight, and it was very tempting. I'm quite the juvenile.
We're making that turn to jet it.
I resisted. I resisted.
My FMS is misbehaving.
Good old FSX, man. What a great platform.
07 heavy, roger, thanks, and expect runway 12 right, continue on the left transition for now, expect vectors from the north downwind.
One of these days I'm going to fire my Steam account back up and reinstall FSX and just have a blast. I enjoyed the heck out of that.
TBM 816, Sioux Falls, altimeter 2973.
73, TBM 816. Alright, 73. I should also adjust this guy. 73. My backup.
135, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Very good. Okay, we're hitting a few more clouds, and we definitely are not seeing much on the next rad here. So, unless maybe this blue patch, maybe those are little. Yeah, I guess those may be. There's a lot of lakes out here too, guys. I mean, and look, the river here. This is the Missouri River, I think. It's all red. That might be the James River. But anyway, so I don't know if we're looking at lakes and waterways or like little radar echoes. Anybody know? Because we certainly are hitting some clouds, and I guess the reason I want to know is because we're in icing conditions if we're getting into some to some moisture. Just to be safe, we're going to turn the inertial separator back on. We're going to turn the anti-icing on. I'm going to pull up the map.
2183 Minneapolis Center, ident, say altitude leaving.
Where are we here? Oh, good Lord, I'm zoomed way out. I have not turned this on in a long time, you can tell.
Green Bay, altitude checks, good evening.
I want to track up. What overlays do I need to have? Precip. Uh-oh. Okay. That's not showing me diddly squat. Echo tops. Definitely showing me in the clouds, but I don't know, JPC, if you're still here, would that be considered icing conditions? Visible moisture, I know, but that's the hard thing about X-Plane is it really doesn't show visible moisture. Okay, you heard the inertial separator come back on, so again we're kind of losing a little bit of our power here. We'll continue to nudge that up. Icing conditions, where's the cake? Fishing hype. Oh man, what's fishing, Black Fox 4? There haven't been in so long. Now everything's flooding here, and all my creeks are out of their banks. But yeah, I need to get up somewhere and see if I can catch some fish. Maybe it's time to get up to those high mountain lakes. Ooh, good fixins'. I am flying the Sioux City event. How are you doing, man? Are you up, flying around? I hope. Thanks for stopping in.
Where'd you like me to go?
2183, clear direct to Luce Airport.
Direct to Luce Airport, thank you. Sorry for that.
Just got done putting the kids to bed. Very good, very good. Yep, I'm assuming that the junior first officer here is getting to that point as well. He's worn out his parents today, and I haven't been much help because I've actually been working quite a bit today. Yeah, good deal. Hop on, do a short flight. So good fixins'. Here's what I've got planned after I get down on the ground at Sioux City is I'm going to turn around and see if I can get up to Cedar Rapids. So if you're looking for a route, I mean, I'm still a little ways out, but that's a possibility. I'm just putzing along here in the TBM. And what do we have here? 3 minutes till we make our turn, and then it's not very far after that from Sioux Falls down to Sioux City. It's only 77 miles. Hey, Mrs. Fox. Thank goodness you're here. I may get lost. I may require delicious baked goods. I gotta get up your way one of these days and visit you guys. Gotta do it. It's a must trip. If they ever open the Canadian border again, gotta come that way. I tried to talk my wife, by the way. We had a big anniversary this year, and we were going to go to New York, and of course that all got shut down. So plan B that I was trying to convince her of was to take a drive up through Glacier National Park and kind of loop up into Canada through Glacier, and then come back down, kind of go through Vancouver and come back down kind of through the west coast there. Just take like a week and just drive around. But I don't know how close you are to the Vancouver area, but my sense was, at least at one point in time, yeah, I figured so. I think that would be awesome. 200, oh heck, that's nothing, man. That's just down the street in Wyoming terms. But all right, so the other thing that let's see, wait, nope, we got that all in there. We've got we're expecting a visual 1-3, but we've got the ILS loaded as a backup. And again, I want you guys to watch and see what the heck is going on, because the last 2 flights I've done in this plane, I've not recognized a localizer. I've seen the glide slope, but it's not given me a localizer. And so
2405, read that correct, and stay position on the airport.
That's been a little tricky.
When you're ready to taxi.
Roger, we're over at...
Now we do have a Sioux City tower. I think they're getting close to being done with the event. Actually, I think they started about 3 hours ago. So we may be just at the tail end of it. I don't know.
Southwest 135 negative.
Maybe our Minneapolis Center friends can pull some strings and keep some folks around for us. Excuse me as we're coming in, but if not, we'll be more than likely with Center. I know AJ and the Minneapolis Centers, they do a nice job of kind of hanging out pretty late into the evening. It's a great airspace. It really is.
Delta 954 information. Alpha's current. Advise when to get that runway 12 left or right. Your choice. Advise which side you prefer.
Yeah, we got Alpha on board, and 12 right is excellent for us at Delta 954.
Delta 954, Roger. Expect a visual approach runway 12 right.
Visual 12 right to Delta 954, thank you.
All right, time to head to the right. Time to head south, and let's get ourselves going down to Sioux City. There we go. Uh-oh. Get the four-legged alarms going off here. Lots of readiness drills.
816, contact Minneapolis Center 127.3. Good night.
2730 TBM 816. Good night. All right, here we go. Minneapolis Center, good evening. TBM November 11816, flight level 170. Ah, geez, not flight level 17.
11816, Minneapolis Center 17000, Sioux City, altimeter 2971.
71 TBM 816. I'm not at a flight level quite yet there, knucklehead. I caved under the pressure. 71. 71. 17,000. Doesn't become flight levels until you're 180. Yeah. Yeah, I knew it. I heard it as soon as I said it. I was too nervous to talk to you, man. Sorry. Long time listener, first time caller. Usually Jet Pilot Cinnamon catches that stuff too. He must be sleeping finally. He's trying to get back to a normal sleep schedule because he has actually real life grown up work to report to. Yeah, just happy I didn't throw with you. I try so hard. What's bad, TD, is you get to that point where you're trying not to say stuff and then like you say everything. You know, like I've been trying really hard to take the word for out of all my callbacks.
Number 816, descend on pilot's discretion, maintain 1000.
Descend pilot's discretion 1000 TBM 816. All right. And so anyway, the other day I made a call and like I threw in like 3 4s and a 2, and it was just brutal. It was absolutely brutal. All right, we'll bring the power back a little bit here. We're keeping our anti-icing on just cause, and it'll come down at about, I don't know, about what am I, 1,500 feet per minute, 1,600. That ought to be fine. Well, good fixins. What do you have, man? I don't mind swapping out, or if you want to get a head start, I mean, I'm easy. I'll probably stay in this just because it takes so dang long for my sim to reload anymore. You guys would be hanging around for 25 minutes just while I load up a Mooney or something. But if it's anything like the first part of tonight's flight, good fixins, I flew with flaps 1 for like the first 20 minutes, so you might be good to go. I was really curious to check out the ortho here.
Power 248, safe flight conditions. You gonna be able to pick up the visual, or
I don't have a lot of Iowa just yet, but I burned about 4 or 5 new tiles.
almost out of the clouds. I can see the ground off my left, but in front of me I can't see anything. So
oh yeah, the Robin.
The visual once I get down.
That's a great plane. Go ahead, bud. And you know, if you've got another place you want to go to, rock on. But I'll be making that trip.
Okay, we'll wait and I'll let you know.
All right, so I think I have everything loaded up for my approach. Again, we're expecting the visual. Runway 13, we'll have some overcast at 5,000. We'll have some scattered clouds at a few at 4,000. And 2971, I think that's what they've given us already. Yep, we're loaded up. And Kenny Monster coming in here just in time. Kenny, what is going on, my hooligan friend? Just about time for some landing predictions into Sioux City.
Number 816, advise you have Sioux City 8 is India. Expect the ILS runway 13 approach.
TBM 816, we have India. We'll expect ILS 13 at Sioux City. All right. Good deal. It's yes, I think below 4,000 it is, which is actually for some of the terrain is pretty close to the ground, but I'm just doing an IFR flight just because I've got all the fancy glass and I'm just trying to make sure I remember how to use all of it.
Center Vision Jet 410 Hotel Alpha is 25 miles
well,
southeast of the Spencer.
That's good, Kenny. Nothing better than a little bit of sleep, man.
November 0 Hotel Alpha, Roger. 3,000, I won't be able to see you. If you're able to climb to at least 4,500, that'll be the only way I'll get you in radar.
All right, here we go, guys and gals. Into the muckety muck.
November 0 Hotel Alpha. Yeah, just maintain the VFR as you
have
get
all
closer
of our
to Sioux City,
anti-icing on, so we should be good to go there.
I'll maintain VFR and try to pick you up later.
Hour 248, turn left heading 230, just want to maintain 4,000.
Not time for lights just yet.
4,000, power 248.
TBM 816, descend on pilot's discretion, maintain 5,000.
Descend pilot's discretion, maintain 5,000, TBM 816. Well, I'm going to say let's go do it now. Better to be a little early than a little late, for me anyway. And we'll vertical speed it down.
Power 248.
Power 248, clear visual.
Again, about 1,500 feet per minute. Our speed will stay below 200 there. Oh no, your video is a minute too long? Will it clip it for you automatically or give you the ability to do that? Thank you, Leslie Nielsen, aka Black Fox 403. Haven't had a landing better than about negative 450 in this plane, and yeah, all summer long. So yeah, about 403. There you go, Kenny. That's right about where I'm at. Hopefully we'll start a streak here. We've been doing a little better with some of the other aircraft. So hopefully this one will be a little bit better. I tend to just get like a little bit floaty in this thing. I kind of get myself down there.
16, turn 10 degrees right, vector to final approach course and say the new heading.
10 degrees right, that's going to be 175 for November 816.
November 816, tell you what, flighting 180.
180, TBM 816. All right, there we go, heading. So we're vectors to final, so we can now, here we go. Let's see what happens. I should be able to come here. I should be able to go to activate vectors to final, enter. That should change my frequency to 111.3, which it has. And
Number 87 Juliet, did you want to stay on your route?
maybe the problem is I need to stay on GPS mode. In my other aircraft, I have to go to VOR mode.
Number 87 Juliet, clear direct.
Let me try that. 133 is my course, and that's actually set. So that's all right. So we're gonna just leave it there. What I'd been doing again in my other aircraft, I normally have to pop it over to localizer mode, and this is what I get. I get the glide slope, but I don't get a localizer. So let's just leave it in GPS mode and see what happens. We're below the glide slope, and so as you can see on our MFD, we're looking pretty good. Maybe that's the key. Just about down below all the haze and all the gobbledygook. Yeah, that's what I thought too, but for whatever reason, yeah, to pick up the look. I mean, that's every other plane I have requires that. But for the life of me, this has just not done it. And I don't know if it's just a weird glitch in 11.5. I have read a little bit that the TBM has been causing some weird things to happen in the default the default X-plane GPS. Like if you fly this plane and then you hop into another plane, your default GPS will not work properly. So won't be usable inside the final approach fix. Yeah. Yep. Approach course is set. So I've got the frequency and course is set 133, but no localizer. I mean, it's saying I should be picking that up, and I'm on nav 1. Actually, I'm on nav 1 and nav 2 for some reason. Yeah, that's odd. That's very odd. And luckily, I mean, we're probably going to be able to see the field, although it's pretty hazy. So I've had this problem twice. I'm just for sometimes the sim will shut the localizer off if it thinks the wind is wrong. The wind that, according to India, 130 at 9, and right now it's I'm a little higher up. I'm getting a yeah, looks like it's a little more out of the south at 23. Yep, I'm not picking that up. I am not picking that up. Hazy, hazy, hazy. I did not know that, Drew. Pull up the map. Okay. Got her. Make sure that's not checked. Disable, is that it? Disable downwind ILS? No. What is it? What do I need to disable here? No wind, layers, VFR sectional.
Number 816, turn left heading 170.
Left turn 170, November 816. I was spinning about 10 degrees. Anyway, disable downwind ILS. Yeah, so it did. That was definitely not on. Disable downwind ILS ES. Okay. All right, just for giggles, guys, I'm just going to see what this does. I'm going to arm my nav. I'm going to end up flying this thing visually probably because neither one of these are going to work. If I arm my nav right now, it's probably going to try to get me back on the magenta line, but like Drew is saying, it's not really going to fly the approach. All right, Drew, you're talking me into doing it right. You're right. You're right. Okay, CDI back over to localizer 1. Localizer 1, the correct frequency is in. The correct heading is set. The course is set. We're just going to wait. We're going to see if it comes in and see what happens. Just not quite sensing yet. Yeah, I guess we're still outside. And we're right at 10 miles right now. Of course, that's to the initial fix. That's not to the airfield. That's to Hossus. And Hossus is still, oh, how far out is that? Hossus might still be 10 miles out itself. 19 miles. So we're still a ways out yet, I guess. Okay, well, we'll just roll with it, and we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll be nothing. Nothing. Nobody saw nothing. All right, let's check the descent checklist. Approaches brief. Barrow set. External lights are not on. Thank you very much. Inertial separator is on because we're under 200 knots. I'm going to actually pull the power back a little bit more here. We don't need to be screaming in here. And we are below clean speed. The clean speed's 178. We could also put the gear down if we wanted to, or if we needed to at this point. 178 is both gear speed and flap speed.
TBM 816 to sort of maintain 4,000.
4,000 TBM 816. Okay, we'll just do a gentle 1,000 feet per minute here. We'll bring that throttle. Anytime you go into idle, right there, you get that landing gear warning. She was hollering at me though before we even got out up here, almost, wasn't she? All right, still no localizer. Wherefore art thou, localizer? And looking here, I don't see the airfield. Of course, it could be right behind my little deal. Oh, there it is. All right, we've got the field in sight. We can make that call if we need to. But at this point in time, I should have a localizer. I'm getting close enough. I really should have it. But all right, now we're getting a little slow.
Number 0 Hotel Alpha, go ahead.
Center Vision Jet 410 Hotel Alpha is 30 miles east of Sioux City.
How about we keep it at about 130 or so?
410 Hotel Alpha, Roger, squawk 6335.
No flap glide speed is 120 according to the manual here.
Number 11816, turn left heading 160, intercept runway 13, localizer track inbound.
Left turn 160 to intercept the localizer TBM 816. All right, here we go. 160. And yeah, I'm just not, it is just not grabbing it. There's nothing to grab. That is the weirdest thing.
Number 410 Hotel Alpha is radar contact.
But we do have the field. It is right over there.
City altimeter is 2971,
right?
maintain
That's got to be it, doesn't it?
2971, maintain VFR.
Oh, wait, up there a little ways.
Hotel Alpha and squawk a new code 6324.
6324.
And just out of, just for... Now wait a second, what's this? Is this something? Is this anything? Might as well just have to go pink needle, yep. Here it comes. Alright, well let's just see what happens. Let's arm the approach. And it's Bizarro time. Let's just see what happens. That's going to get us I mean, essentially back on the localizer. It's not really, but and the problem is the glide slope has gotten away from us here as well. Well, as soon as we get back on the pink, we lose the glide slope. So GP/V, yeah, that's not good. Unsuspend. Okay, so yeah, I need to cycle that, but I don't. How do I do that? CDI. That must be the key. How do I? Oh man, I don't know how to do that. Maybe that's my problem though. Maybe that's my problem. I'm clicking on it. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to unsuspend. All right, we're just gonna have to take the visual. And center TBM 816. We have the field in sight.
TBM 816, Roger.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to look when I get on the ground. I'm gonna have to look in the user's manual here and see how to do that. Just hit the key below. Yeah, I'm trying. Clicking it multiple times.
TBM 816, cleared visual approach runway 13, Sioux City Airport.
Cleared for the visual, runway 13, TBM 816. All right.
TBM 816, radar service terminated. Contact Sioux City Tower 118.7.
Over to Tower 1870, TBM 816. See ya. Should have had that preloaded, guys. 1870.
Tower November 114 Whiskey Papa. Is type Robin, requesting VFR clearance to Cedar Rapids.
Hey, yeah, that's a familiar voice. First notch of flaps coming in.
Robin 114 Whiskey Papa, are you requesting flight following or are you just VFR?
Requesting flight following.
All right. We're going to go gear down here. Tower, good evening. TBM 816 on the visual, runway 13.
TBM 11816, Sioux City Tower 11309, runway 13, cleared land.
Cleared land, runway 13, TBM 11816. Sorry.
Robin 4 Whiskey Papa, departure
for
frequency 127.3.
jumping in on you there, Robin.
4226.
All right.
Departure 127.3.
A little slow.
4226.
Feel like I'm a little bit high.
Robin 4 Whiskey Papa, reback correct.
Now,
Advise
do I have a glide slope now?
134 departure, and just be advised.
I don't know what I've got here. All right.
Eastbound is odd altitudes plus
We've got some
500.
issues, ladies and gentlemen, but I think we're going to be all right here.
Roger that. We'll advise when ready to taxi.
All right. Good to have good fixins down there getting himself ready to rock and roll. That's cool. That's cool. I believe. TD, your belief is contagious, man. Wait, no, Black Fox. I thought that was 138, 438. Oh my goodness, guys. Actually, you guys that are above 400, yeah, that's the neighborhood I live in.
Citation 2, Niner Delta, traffic, 4 mile final, no delay, wind 130 at 905, runway heading, runway 13.
Now he's trying to sneak a guy out before me. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Cessna Bravo Lima, frequency changes approved.
Okay, I feel like we're fairly stable here. I'm looking at the traffic that's still not out on the runway yet.
410 Hotel Alpha, Sioux City Tower. India's currents, the Sioux City altimeter.
Again, if we have to go around, we're straight ahead to 3,300.
Left downwind 13 for Miss Jet 0 Hotel Alpha.
TBM 816, caution wake turbulence citation departs ahead.
816.
Tower 808 Bravo, if we were going to call for flight following, what's the frequency?
27.3.
Thank you.
All right, now I got a little bit high here.
Sioux City Tower, Robin November 114 Whiskey Papa is ready to taxi.
Robin 4 Whiskey Papa, runway 13, taxi by Charlie Delta Alpha.
I won't have to go around.
Runway 13,
Drew is confident.
Charlie Delta Alpha.
Yeah, no, we're good to go. I just wanted to brief that just real quickly to have it fresh in my mind. I've got a little bit of a history, and so always a good thing to for me to have that in mind. Got to get down here. Full flaps, gear down, 3 green. Runway's clear. Speed's looking pretty good. We want about 95. Oh, my nose is dipping here a little bit. Easy. 95 would be good. Coming in a little high.
Citation 29 Delta, contact.
Nice long runway. We'll take it.
Thanks, 27.3. Have a nice night.
Vision at 0 Hotel Alpha number 2 on a TBM over the numbers.
Oh, yaw damper has to come off. Yep, this does. Yes, it does.
I have the traffic clear to land runway 13, Vision at 0 Hotel.
Alright, down we go. Whoops, see, there's a little bubble. Ah, boy. Now I get floaty. Easy now, easy now. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Yeah, got some time here.
Airspeed.
Alright. 325 and a little bit of a
Number
mini bounce.
816, welcome to Sioux City. Turn left as able, and where are you parking?
I would just need to go into wherever the GA area is here.
816, Roger, make 2 left turns on 2 Alpha. Taxi Alpha and Charlotte at GA. Have a good night.
Alright, left turn, and then another left on Alpha to the GA parking, TBM 816. This runway is closed. I did see that on the ATIS, so we're good here. And gosh darn, yeah, and not even a good 323. I missed the touchdown zone, and now wait a second. Wait a second. I'm not going clear out there, am I? Left on Alpha? Is there something out there? I don't know. I don't know. I'm lost. And tower, sorry, TBM 816. We're a little turned around here. Not sure exactly where we're going.
TBM 816, it looks like you made a turn onto the runway. Make your next right turn. That should be Delta. And then you can make another right turn onto Charlie, and the GA parking will be ahead and to your left.
Okay, appreciate it. 816. Yep, that's what happened. And alright, here we go. I see some hangars over there. That'll be a good spot. Yep, there's the main terminal area. So we've got to get that suspend button turned off. That may be the key to our issues here with why we're not able to pick up the localizer. So let's just get into the GA spot, and I'm going to pop open the user's manual here. We won't be staying here too long. I want to get going to Cedar Rapids, but I do want to get this because this has been an issue. This is now the 3rd flight that I've had this issue, and that's the first time I've really noticed that. But Blue Fox, you're the winner. Yeah. Here's the sad part about that, Blue Fox. Even as bad as that one was, that's still about the best landing I've had in this plane in like 2 months. I haven't been below 400 in forever. Ooh, this looks like a way too big of a spot for me. Let's just get over in front of this hangar and we'll call it good. This looks a little FBO-ish, right?
Vision Jet 0 Hotel Alpha, left turn on Delta, and where are you parking today?
Let's come over here.
Sorry, I got off at Foxtrot. I'm parking at the GA ramp, 0 Hotel Alpha.
So good fixes. I'll catch up with you hopefully here in just a little bit.
Taxi Alpha, Delta, and Charlie to GA. Have a good night.
No parts flew off, yeah. This is true. Oops, I parked backwards. I should have parked the other way because that's then you can open up the door. Alright, so let's have it in flight idle. Flight idle. We're going to set the brakes and alright. We're going to turn these lights off here for just a second.
Zero Hotel Alpha, affirmative, you can cross runway 17. It's
bear
under
with me here, guys. I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to find this.
No worries. Have a good night.
Try to find this user's guide here. It's quite the user's manual. Like the quick guide is 48 pages or something crazy like that. Let's just see if we have anything that might indicate how we do that. Documentation.
Robin 4 Whiskey Papa, are you ready to go?
Quick start guide. All right, let's look here. And if you know, anyone in the chat, if you know how to cycle off again, this is what we're trying to do here. You can see this suspend button. We're trying to get that to shut off. And you should just be able just to click on it here, but it's not working. It's not doing anything. So let's see here if there's a way to do this. Could be an autopilot control panel. It could be in the MFD. So somewhere it looks like maybe page 12 to 14-ish. Anything else here? Yeah. No. Maybe the landing procedure 43. All right.
Caravan 19 Papa
Start
Whiskey.
at 12.
Is ATIS currently down?
11:12. All right, here we go. Keypad, nope. Flight plan, direct to range, backspace, nope. That's not it. Autopilot control. Oh yeah, maybe there's something up here that I could press. I honestly don't know. I've never seen that before, but I've heard some other people talk about how that could mess things up. Speed, flight level, change, altitude. None of those. Maybe the back course? Did I hit the back course?
Intentional aircraft information. Juliet should now be showing altimeter 2973.
Let's try this. Here we go.
Zero Bravo Foxtrot, wind 13012, runway 13, clear for the option.
Oh,
Okay, clear the option, 0 Foxtrot.
That's not doing
Robin 4 Whiskey Papa, contact departure, good night.
We're departure. 14 Whiskey Papa, thanks.
Jeffrey. Hey! How are you, man? How do I turn this stupid suspend button off? It's killing me here. It's killing me.
Caravan 19 Papa Whiskey with information Juliet transient parking. Request pattern.
How about we go? Okay, it's on now.
Caravan 19 Papa Whiskey, Sioux City Tower, information Juliet.
I'm trying to go up, by the way, Ski Jeffrey, and hello and welcome. I'm trying to go to Cedar Rapids here if I can get this figured out.
Caravan 19 Papa Whiskey.
I'm at CDI, nope. If I'm at CDI localizer 2, nope. Obviously, so GPS term suspended. That's got to be something that's causing me problems. I might have to do some, guys, I might have to do some further research here. And Dave Rendon, how are you, man? We're doing a little troubleshooting here, and I can't figure out what the heck's going on. Can't figure out how to get the suspended button unclicked. Well, what if we do this? Let's try this. Let's really quickly plot a new course from Sioux City to Cedar Rapids. And oh man, wait a second. That's 300 and some, or 600 miles. Oh, because we're doing all this stuff. Sorry guys. Yeah, hour 13 minutes. Kind of back a little bit further to the east. So we could let's see. We don't want to go down here to the south. So how about we come out of here? We go to Fort Dodge.
Tower, Caravan 19
we could even use this Sioux City localizer. There is no departure
Caravan 19
here.
Papa Whiskey, runway 17 is
And
no
then
time
we
closed
could
for
go
construction, but you are
up
clear to cross
here.
runway 17 on Alpha.
Roger, clear cross runway
Waterloo?
17.
Does
On
Eastern
Alpha,
Iowa have
Caravan 1
anything?
Papa Whiskey.
Nope. Alright, then we can come down here to Cedar Rapids, VOR. So we can just go VOR to VOR hopping today for this second leg. That'll give us about an hour 21 minutes. And here's what I'm hoping. Maybe if I put the new flight route in, it will reset this and give us a clean approach here, because we're having trouble with that. And then in the meantime, we can maybe we can research along the way and figure out what's going on. All right, I do need to set this flight plan as Sioux City, Cedar Rapids. What's a good place to divert to? I'm thinking Dubuque, a little further east. But it looks like that's clear of the weather. I would say we could be out of here in the next 10 minutes. We'll say 15 minutes. Hour 21. How much fuel do I have still on board? 2 hours and 21. Oh, we got an hour extra fuel, so we should be good. We should be good. We're going to be 200 and 170, and then this is going to be Sioux City, Victor 100 to FOD, Victor 100 to ALO, Victor 67 to Cedar Rapids. Let's file it. Right. That's ridiculous. Ski Jeffrey, 3 months, man. 3 months. Thanks, dude. Thank you so much. Dubuque is beautiful this time of year. Yeah. I am looking forward to it. I've got the vertical sim. Cedar Rapids scenery. I don't really have anything here for Sioux City, but it'll be kind of fun to buzz by Dubuque on the way, right? Actually, we won't quite get to Dubuque. We'll be heading towards Dubuque, but not quite there. Doggone it. All right, well, we've got that filed. Let's check in with Juliet. That's Sioux City Tower, TBM 11816 with Juliet, IFR request, Cedar Rapids.
TBM 11816, Sioux City Tower, you're cleared to the Charlie Indian Delta Airport as filed. Climb maintain 5,000. Expect 17,010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 127.3. Squawk 4263.
Cleared as filed. 5,170. Departure 2730. Squawk 4263. TBM 816.
TBM 816, you're back correct. Advise ready to taxi 13 for departure.
Call you for taxi, expecting 13, TBM 816. Alright, let's change our squawk code 40.
Cessna 0 Bravo Foxtrot, runway 13, clear for the option.
Okay, clear the option, 13, 0 Bravo Foxtrot.
Okay, new code is in. That's still suspended. 5,000 would be the altitude. We do have Juliet, which says 2971.
Sioux Tower, Caravan 100 Papa Whiskey, holds for runway 13.
Both. And runway 13,
Caravan
okay.
Papa Whiskey traffic on about a 2-mile base, wind 13,
Pop in
0,
this
12, make
flight
left
plan
close,
here
traffic
super
runway 13,
fast.
clear for takeoff.
And say a
Runway
little
13, clear for takeoff,
prayer
Caravan 100
that
Papa
will
Whiskey.
clear up our suspended problem here. Delete the flight plan that's currently in. Why is it saying I'm at 7?
Cessna 0 Bravo Foxtrot, a Caravan departs ahead.
Let's try this. Sioux
traffic is right,
City.
0 Foxtrot.
Alright. Weird. Very, very weird. Sioux City. Enter. You 7 Kilo 8 are going bye-bye. Alright, so Sioux City, and then We'll be out of here. We will be tracking the Sioux City VOR. I lost my flight plan. Sorry about that. So we will put that in. SUX. We're just going to be picking that up on our way to the Victor 100. So we'll actually be intersecting that. We won't necessarily be flying right to the Sioux City VOR. There's the Victor 100. We're going to fly the Victor 100 all the way to Alpha Lima Oscar. Right there, Alpha Lima Oscar. Quite a few little waypoints that we get knocked out here on the Victor 100. And then we get on the Victor 67. And that's to the Cedar Rapids VOR. A little bit shorter. Yep, there we go. And at that point, the last thing to put in is actually Cedar Rapids Airport. Kilo Charlie India Delta. And Eastern Iowa. There we go, Cedar Rapids. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we are going to, again, this runway 13 for departure. So we're gonna be vectoring ourselves down. We're becoming, you know, 13 is, well, that's actually fairly close to where we're going, almost directly to Sioux City, but wanting to pick up that 070 basically, and then we'll be on our way. Holding short and looking for fishing spots. That's a darn good plan there, Black Fox 403. All right, you can go away. Let's check the before taxi start list. Exterior lights are going to come on here. Nav light can come on. Cabin lights we have already. Flaps are, what are the flaps? Flaps are up. They are functioning properly, by the way, which is a good thing. Here they come.
Caravan under Papa Whiskey 113-012, runway 13, clear for the option.
Clear for the option.
Put them down to 1 notch of flaps. And I think we are red eye for taxi. I do have, by the way, this does come with the Avatab, but as you can see, my poor SciTech is so like it just, I can't even get it configured anymore where it doesn't shake. So I can barely even use this thing. You know, you can type stuff in and access everything, which is really, really nice. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like you can't really see because it's jiggling around so much. And I've tried 100 times to calibrate it and all that good stuff. But we'll just take a quick peek here. We want to go, we'll probably just turn around, go Delta. We'll cross the runway here, crossing, what is this, runway 17. Go Delta, we'll go south on the ramp to Delta. Cross 17 right on Alpha. That should take us out there to runway 13. I won't make you guys watch that. Sioux City Tower, TBM 11816 ready for taxi.
TBM 816, runway 13, taxi by Charlie Delta Alpha.
Charlie Delta Alpha, TBM 816.
Cessna 0 Bravo Foxtrot, traffic to follow, 12 o'clock, 4 miles southwest.
Just what we thought. Taxi lights on.
Is a caravan.
Cessna 0 Bravo Foxtrot, we've lost visual on the traffic.
Cessna 0 Bravo Foxtrot, roger, extend your downwind, I'll call your base.
Brakes are off.
Yeah, roger, thank you, we'll extend downwind, Cessna 0 Bravo Foxtrot.
And here we go.
Sioux Tower,
Yeah,
I'm going to disconnect, I'm just frozen in the air, man.
Jeffrey, you are not, it's not a bad wager here. I got lost taxiing in, so. Dave, what, who's going good night? Oh, TD's got to head out. I'm sorry, I missed that, TD.
Cessna 0 Bravo Foxtrot,
Thanks for coming in, man. Get some sleep.
One tree clear for the option.
And,
Okay, base turn of discretion, clear the option.
appreciate
Cessna
you
0
hanging
Bravo
out
Foxtrot.
as always. Thanks for the
Sentinel
gifted
aircraft.
sub,
Sioux City
and,
Tower, closing in 5 minutes.
As always, just the support for the channel in general, man. You're awesome. One of my top supporters, and you make a lot of this stuff happen, man. So I really, really appreciate it. Blue Fox is ready to go on alert. Good. Yeah. Get your topo maps out for the Sioux City area. All right, we're down here. This first turn ought to be Delta. And then, again, we're going to cross. There's a runway that's under construction, so I don't believe we need to have permission to cross it, although I bet they weren't very happy that I drove on it if it's under construction. Yeah, there's Delta. That's a great call, Jeffrey. We should have flown. I should have hopped in the Eclipse for this leg. Jeffrey, that's what we should have done. I have not had a chance, by the way, to get out and test out that little star glitch.
Change your departure frequency. New departure frequency will be 133.4.
I see you've seen enough, TBM 816. Now, thanks for the control. Great event. We'll see you next time. Over to 3340.
No, TBM 816, I'm still open. I just wanted to change your departure frequency, so when you depart, it's going to be 33.4.
Roger. That made my joke seem way less funny, man.
Sorry.
3340. All right, we got to do that. I got to pay attention. 3340. So it'll be on a center frequency, but it won't be our friend that was with us here bringing us in. I think that's back over to AJ's frequency. So there's Alpha. We'll go down to the end of Alpha and runway 13. Do I got some traffic coming in? It looks like. I thought I saw. Yep, there's some lights out there. Cool. Somebody on approach, maybe. 3340 is AJ. Okay, pressure's back on, man. Just default scenery here for Sioux City. I could not find anything that just wasn't on the gateway. There's a few payware options if you're in P3D or X-Plane, or sorry, P3D or FSX. But that's about it. Eight of us leaving at once, yeah. Good fixins, 185 miles out. Yep,
Tower Assistant 0 Foxtrot, this will be a full stop.
I don't know.
Yeah, TBM 816, will you be ready at the end?
Affirm 816.
Ready.
I don't know, man. How long it'll take, who knows. Good Lord. It's been one of those nights. Oh, by the way, is my suspended thing off? I think it is. So, fingers crossed. Well, we'll have to just watch and see, I guess, what happens. Maybe.
Sioux Tower, Cessna 19 Papa Whiskey, transient parking request, pattern work, taxi with Juliet, and sorry about the freeze.
Maybe it's something.
No worries.
When I load the approach, maybe that's where that's happening.
All right, taxi into 13 via Alpha. 19 Papa.
All right, so that.
This is 0 Bravo Foxtrot. You can continue down to Delta, left turn at Delta, and where are you parking?
We're headed back to the GA ramp.
Maybe that guy that I saw on final was the guy that froze up.
0 Bravo Foxtrot. Thank you, Delta Charlie, into parking. Have a good night. Thanks for flying.
All right,
hey,
flaps are
Delta
set.
Charlie, for Cessna 0 Foxtrot.
Lights are on. There's the end of Alpha. We'll beta and slow down a little bit here. My trim is set. We'll be looking for 90 for rotation. And we'll set runway heading when we get there.
TBM 81611 tree 012, fly runway heading, runway 13, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading, clear for takeoff, runway 13, TBM 816. Okay, I think that's what I have set anyway, so that'll work. Again, 90 on the rotation. We're looking for a climb out speed of about 115. Up to 5,000. Probably get vectored to intercept Victor 100 would be my guess. Oh, I forgot to look. I don't think there was anybody coming. I was looking as we were driving up. And we're on the roll. Takeoff power set. There's 90 already. And we're off. Positive rate, gear coming up. Pitch down slightly. Arm the heading. For 115. Nose down. Comes the flaps.
TBM 816, contact departure. Have a good night.
Over to departure, TBM 816 again. Thanks for the ATC. We'll see you. All right. It was a little sloppy there, guys. Minneapolis Center, good evening. TBM November 11816, 2,800 climbing 5,000. And I need to turn my transponder to, oh, it's
November
on?
11816, Minneapolis departure, correction. Minneapolis Center radar contact. Climb and maintain a 10,000.
Climb maintain at 10,000, TBM 816. All right, step us up here a little bit at a time. We'll take that. And, yeah, as you can see, actually, we're lined right up with the Sioux City VOR, but we're not cleared on course just yet.
TBM 816, turn left, direct to Fort Dodge, showing Victor 100, resume on navigation.
Left turn Fort Dodge will resume, or will intercept the Victor 100, TBM 816. All right, coolness. Very good, very good. Fort Dodge. I should know, let's see, FOD.
Okay, now 175, runway 12 left, taxi via Papa, across runway 4 at taxiway Papa, give way to a Delta Airbus, will be joining Delta on Papa.
FOD, where are you? FOD, there you go, direct, enter.
Okay, I'm going to be stepping off frequency for about 5 minutes, just to be advised, I'll be back up.
And we'll engage the nav mode. And we should be on track to Fort Dodge. On our way up to 10,000. Let's get the flight plan out of the way. Yep, there we go. Looking good, looking good. We're back into the muckety muck here. Oh, I left the de-icing stuff on. That's probably smart. Although we're above, now we're not in icing conditions. I can save myself a little bit of that. We'll just keep our eyes peeled on that. Even if it's $5 more, FSX or FS 2020. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's something I'm gonna check it out. There's no doubt about it. The GA potential is just it's just too the upside's really, it looks really, really good. So there's no way I'm not going to be able to check that out. But in the meantime, for the next what, 4, 5 years, why not just enjoy FSX, enjoy P3D, enjoy X-Plane, let those guys work the bugs out, and then you'll have time to jump on that. Yeah, so and the other thing you have to understand too is the default TBM 900 that comes with supposedly comes with Microsoft Flight Sim may not be anything like this bad boy. So, you know, it's one of those deals. Careful what you wish for. But I don't know. I'm with you. I think that I think it's got some serious potential. There's just a long way to go yet before it's before I think I'm gonna mess around. First of all, right now I'm trying to maintain two sims. I'm trying to keep P3D going and X-Plane going, and one of those two, before I pick up a third, it really has to go. So yeah, I remember FS 1.0. Yeah, the old wireframe stuff. Those were the days, right? Those were the days. Who just pushed the follow button? FT Innes. FT Innes. I'm messing up your name, but thank you for following, man. Welcome to Prop Culture. And it's Iowa. It's Iowa. We're having some fun in Iowa. We're going to catch a nice sunset, I think, here on our way into Cedar Rapids. So I'm pumped about that. And boy, we're making all of a sudden fitness. Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. Did I miss? All right. Well, why is it spelled FTI-ness, man? You're trying to mess with. I'm an old guy with bad eyesight, and you're flipping letters and stuff. Yeah. So, all right. Hey, fitness. Welcome, buddy. Good to have you around. Fitness. Okay. Now listen, Jeffrey. It's FTINESS. I know I'm not up on all the young guy slang, but you can see how I would stumble just a little bit. But regardless, welcome to the stream, welcome to the club, and careful, fitness. We've got a bunch of smarty pants on here it's a great group of guys and gals, honestly, and a lot of fun to hang out with. It's definitely entertaining. We've got a mega like big time storm front in front of me here. I kind of wish Center would have cleared me up, but I think he said he was stepping away for just a second. Anybody know? Is he on?
2650, runway 12 left, cleared for takeoff. Turn left, heading 090, wind 150 at Niner.
Yes, they do. Blue Fox is one of them. Yeah, happy to include everybody here. It's a really a fun stream, and I'm going to check in with Center. And Center, TBM 816, are we okay to climb to our cruise just to try to get above the weather here a little bit?
TBM 816, climbing to maintain 17,000.
17,000, thanks, TBM 816.
American 469 Heavy, descend to maintain 4,000, actually correction, descend to maintain 5,000, advise when you have the Sioux City weather. Plan a visual approach runway 13.
Alright, we'll just vertical speed it up here. And we'll be fairly aggressive. We'll try to get up above above the muckety muck here if we can.
Minneapolis Center, Southwest 910.
What's our temperature situation? We're still above 0, so I think we're going to be okay. It's just going to be the bumpity bumps. My wife brings me whiskey when I fly. Oh man, that's nice. Yeah, that is a nice list. What's the I saw a joke, a dad joke along those lines, Jeffrey, where the husband asked the wife to bring him a screwdriver, and she said, flathead, Phillips, or with vodka. It was at that moment he knew she was the one. So anyway, fitness, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, it's a general aviation related stream, and I've already been teased a lot about all the glass here. Usually we're doing old six-pack, old school VOR slant alpha navigation, but I decided to just, stay current, and I've already run into problems with one of the one of the things here. But no, it's just kind of a variety show. I will sneak in a vintage airliner from time to time. That's my guilty pleasure. I do not fly in real life. Nope, I do not. This is well, when you see my stream coming on, you see me leaning against a Cessna 150 with my brother when I'm about 10 years old. I spent a little time riding in the right-hand seat with my grandpa, and every once in a while he'd let me take the yoke, and that's literally the only time I've ever flown an airplane. But just an enthusiast and somebody who enjoys, without a doubt, enjoys this hobby. And anyway, so I have a ton of respect though for the real life pilots. There's a lot of them that are in the stream and a part of the community, and they really help me out a ton with trying to add realism to the things I do here and just pointing out stuff that I could do better.
Delta 2650, turn left heading 360.
TBM's, Rich Man's TBM is a Meridian?
Canada 175, turn left heading 090, wind 150.
There you go, Jeffrey, that's me too. I try to tell myself there's an advantage to that because you can fly multiple aircraft anywhere in the world, anytime you want. But deep down inside, I think we all know it's way better to be able to do the real thing. So, but yeah, that's just that's not going to happen in my world. So I am very satisfied with what we've got going on here in the screen that's in front of me. Search and rescue. Okay, now there you go. Now that can be a benefit to my stream because oftentimes I am lost, and there have been the occasional bent airframes as I have maybe not executed like I should. So always good to have a little search and rescue. I do have the Foxes, Black and Blue Fox 403. They're kind of my Canadian connection for search and rescue. So good to have that.
Delta 2650, climb and maintain flight level 300.
My grandfather, who's the namesake of the channel, was a Navy guy, so that's pretty dang cool, Fitness. All right, so let me just show you, get you caught up on the flight plan
Delta
here.
2650, climb and maintain flight level 300.
And we're trying to avoid this little dog leg of goodness, and we're on our way to Fort Dodge. So this next leg here after Fort Dodge will be where the bulk of the moisture is going to be.
Canada 175,
probably pick up, I'm assuming we'll pick up some turbulence in there. We'll have to make sure we pay attention to icing. And then when we get to, what is this, Waterloo, we'll make our turn down to Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Do we stay on Minneapolis the whole way? I need to check here. No, we don't, doggone it. So we're actually going to, whoops, what's going on here? Oh, my stream was echoing in the background. So we will, there we are, okay. Here is, yep, there's Brett. Brett had a head start in the Robin, and he's flying VFR actually. And then looks like this guy's, oh, Kevin was doing the pattern work there. So anyway, we're gonna run out of ATC here just before we get to Sioux City. Unless,
4000 field on site, American
let's see, what is this?
American 469 Heavy, enter right downwind, clear to visual approach, runway 13. Right downwind, clear to visual 13, American 469 Heavy. Canada 175,
This at
turn
Chicago.
left right to White, at Dwight,
Yeah.
from the Wellstone 7 departure.
Chicago, if they come online, they'll hook us up. But otherwise, yeah, that's what's going on. Well, hey, let's talk just real quick about the Sim World on a Tuesday night. Look at the northern part of the U.S. and even some Canadian airspace is going on. That's awesome.
12 right, taxi via Delta
Vancouver,
Alpha,
Seattle,
cross runway
St.
4
Louis,
12
Winnipeg.
right, Delta Alpha, cross forward, Alpha, Delta 11.
A few spots down
Delta
here
2650, climb and maintain
also,
flight
so
level
there's a
340.
decent amount of ATC in the U.S., in North America, I should say. A couple of areas in South America, as there tends to be.
Delta 2650, climb and maintain flight level 340.
And a few here and there. Thailand, China, a little bit of afternoon action here. I think it's afternoon. Maybe not quite afternoon in Australia, but yeah, that's what's going on a Tuesday night, which is cool. Up, check my Discord if I get a sec. Kenny Monster says, "Yeah, I saw that you put your videos out there on one of the channels. They must have been well received." Uh oh, what do we got here, Mr. Kenny Monster? Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, how close is that to our little project, my man? Abel's Island Airport. Oh my. Oh my. Yeah. So Kenny and I, we've got a little side project going here where we're one of my side hustles is well, it's not a side hustle. I like to make scenery, especially sceneries like you just saw right there, little small turf airstrips. And I've been flying around to a few of them in a series called Nowhere Fast, and I'm slowly working my way towards Minnesota. And that's Kenny Monster's stomping ground. He's been giving me some awesome sort of little strips just like that. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. Just south of Turkey Bluff, baby. Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So he's like my little local guide, and then what I end up doing is making 5 or 6 little airstrips, and we go flying around. So if you happen to have a little favorite hideaway spot like that I need to check out, I love that kind of stuff. Let me know. Hit me up in the Discord. That little invite comes around every half an hour or so in the chat, or send me a whisper message on Twitch, or however you want to do it. Kenny's been good enough to give me a lot of good suggestions, and I'm really looking forward to continuing east. And right now I'm tucked away in the northeastern corner of the Black Hills, the Devil's Tower area of Wyoming. I'm going to be buzzing to the east, buzzing through South Dakota here in the month of July, and then the month of August, I think I'll be crossing the border into Minnesota. So it should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to spending some time out there. That's Fort Dodge. You've all heard the expression "get out of Dodge." That's that Fort Dodge, Fort Dodge, Kansas. No, that's not Fort Dodge, Kansas. What am I thinking of? Is that's not Fort Dodge, Kansas. It can't be. No. That's a different Fort Dodge. Sorry. Fort Dodge, Kansas is a little further south. Well, yeah. My apologies. Wrong Fort Dodge. Dodge City. Duh. Not Fort Dodge. Dodge City. There, forget what I said. After Fort Dodge, we have 84 to Waterloo, and then after Waterloo, 50. 49 basically down to Cedar Rapids. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Yep, Black Fox exactly. Getting some nice, get that evening sun. Kind of like it on the off our 6 o'clock. It's going to get dark here in just a little bit, so should be kind of a cool approach into Cedar Rapids. Haven't had much of a chance to see the ortho that I worked so hard to make. Oh well, that's all right.
Copy the lens, 12 right, clear for takeoff, heading 160.
How are we doing here? Outside air is dropping to -11, so we're definitely going to be in icing conditions here as soon as we get closer to these clouds. Hey, downwind sim. Man, I wondered what happened to you today. Must have had one of those, that W word must have cropped up in your world. So downwind sim, pull out the TBM 900 pilot operating handbook and tell me how I turn off the suspend button down here. It's not on right now, but it was on before, and I think it's interfering with me being able to intercept a localizer on my approach.
You're Canada 175, climb and maintain flight level 350. 350, Air Canada 175.
Anyway,
TBM 864, Dodge altimeter 2982.
82 TBM 816.
Air 4 Whiskey Papa, same for you, 4 Dodge 2982.
82, all right. Oh, that's quite a bit of a change. Wow, weather's changing. So it popped up here on when I activated the approach, and you should be able to just reset it by hitting these soft keys, but it did not. Oh, he's driving home. Okay, never mind. You're off the hook. You're off the hook. Where's Al South MIA when I need him? That guy, I tell you. Driving home. No, he's just listening. I guess he did say watching. Yeah, be safe, man. Be safe. Oh, there's some.
South 1107, Minneapolis departure radar contact. Climb and maintain 17,000.
Why does that look like AutoGen? Does that look like AutoGen? Is that just me? Looks like AutoGen. Uh-oh. Maybe I don't have... That looked awful AutoGen-ish. I could have swore I had that tile cooked.
1107, turn right direct to RX, resume the Chef 9 departure.
I don't have a lot of Iowa done. I thought I had enough for the Sioux City and the Cedar Rapids and kind of everything in between. It's about 8 or 9 tiles, but maybe I don't have the right one here, but that's okay. That's all right. It'll be dark soon. And Cedar Rapids will be the only one. It's Iowa, man. It all looks like that. Yeah. I kind of like this part of the world. I don't know. Heartland. It's kind of nice. You said you were born in Aberdeen, right, Jeffrey? Was it you, or was it a different Jeffrey that was saying that? Yeah. Oh, grew up there. Yeah. So, yep. He's another East River guy like myself.
American 469 Heavy exit left at the end joint Alpha to the ramp. Good night.
Left on Alpha to the ramp for American 469 Heavy. Good night.
I like Aberdeen. It's a cool town. Home of Matt Guthmiller, famous YouTube pilot aviator guy.
469 Heavy exit.
Matt
Tower
Guthmiller.
there is closed now. You can change to advisory frequency on
Was
your
he
way.
the youngest guy to cross the Atlantic, or did he circumnavigate
Unicom for American 469 Heavy. Good night.
the world? I don't know. He quite a pilot.
Delta 1608 information. Bravo's current at Minneapolis. Advise when you get that. And your choice, runway 12 left or right. Advise which runway you prefer.
Hope that was not for me, but Sim Caesar, thank you so much for the host, my friend. Good to see you, sir. We're getting kind of glassy, and I passed good fixins. Yeah, I thought it might happen. Yep, there's one of you. Yeah. Don't worry. I'll probably have to do a go around or something here, so you won't be too far behind me. Of course, you're VFR, man. You could just cut the corner right now if you wanted. Just go direct. I'm kind of flying the little bit of the. I'm flying the base and the altitude. You could hit the hypotenuse if you wanted. Oh, he's already going direct. Sim Caesar, maybe you know how to do this. So I had a little bit of an issue with. I've had an issue with this thing intercepting the localizer on my approach, and I noticed the last time that I had loaded up an approach, I had the suspend button that was highlighted, and I wasn't able to basically recycle through that. And I don't know how. I'm looking here. I'm trying to look at the same on the other screen here to see if I can find something, but I'm just not having any luck. And Downwind Sim will make fun of me, but I've actually had the guide up here, and I've been trying to figure out how to do that, how to change that suspend key, because I think that's what's messing me up. And for the life of me, I just haven't seen how to do that. I don't know. Yep, there's the intercom. There's a lot of stuff not simulated, despite the high level of simulation in systems in this plane, but there's a few things that just aren't simulated. But wrong person to ask. I figured with your skill level, Sim Caesar, you would know all. By the way, Sim Caesar, set aside this coming Monday if you're interested. It's the Bush League Monday on the 6th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be revisiting the Canyonlands event from, I think it was April. And so yeah, if you got a little bit of time, come on by. It's a lot of fun. If you go out to Downwind Sim's website, downwindsim.com. In fact, that's an open invite to anybody here. Go to downwindsim.com and scroll back to April, and you'll see all the information. There's a free scenery pack that I put together.
There's 1841 Minneapolis.
And there's some ortho requirements there as well. But if you get after it right now, it should be pretty easy to get set up. It's a pretty cool area here as well. The Canyonlands. It's down by Hanksville, Utah.
1841 Roger. Squawk ident when able. Good evening.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing it, guys. This is a quick start guide that's 48 pages long.
41, thank you. Radar contact 45 miles east of El Sable, and altitude checks.
The reason why, by the way, we're having a sort of a rewind event is because we're actually working on something kind of special for August, and so.
Envoy 3728, information Bravo's current in Minneapolis. Advise when you get that. Runway 12 left or right. Advise which side you prefer.
So we needed to take a break, a 1 month hiatus of scenery making, because we're actually working on some scenery for the August event, which is going to be awesome.
Roger, expect that.
And July 6th being so close to July 4th, which again, if you're an American, that's a big holiday, and so a lot of times a lot of people are doing a lot of different things. That's kind of a traditional, like, camping and family hanging out day. So we didn't want to do a whole lot. just because we weren't sure how many people were going to be able to be there.
Nebraska and South Dakota concerning an area of thunderstorms. All three are outbound until 0455. Further information available from flight service frequencies.
Yeah, that's still a pretty good storm that he's talking about. It's really right on the border of Canada and the United States, right up there, Winnipeg and North Dakota area. Luckily we're past that. This is the stuff though that we went north of to get down into Sioux City, which I'm glad we did. That's really starting to build up, and I'm just hoping this doesn't kind of build up too, as we're in this leg right now here. So we're over a third of the way there. Uh-oh, my my modesty bot flagged you there, Jeffrey. Ooh, yeah. Well, that's really not a terrible word. We can let fugly in, can't we? I mean, we keep it clean here, but we're okay with that, I think. Yeah. Jeffrey, we'll roll with it, man. Okay. Forgot what we're doing here. Hey, I am going to do a quick weather check at Cedar Rapids since we have just a moment. I'm going to have to cheat a little bit and use active sky. 110 at 4, so not too bad wind-wise. Kind of a similar easterly flow as we had at Sioux City. 29887. It looks like clear skies for the most part. Yeah, heck yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. Very good. Very good. So let's brief the arrival. Well, there is no arrival. Let's brief the approach then. So we have, it looks like, what have I done here? We've got a runway 13 that we could come in on, or a runway 9er. I think either one of those would be okay. We'll probably take. Well, I'm going to try to do this. Whichever one has an ILS, I'm going to try to take it just because I want to see if our problem is still there. So what do we have? We have an ILS 9er, an ILS 27. Oh, that doesn't. So I'm going to have to take the ILS runway 9. So we'll plan that. We won't have any air traffic anyway. So this is a okay. So this is going to be a back course situation. We'll come into Cedar Rapids, we'll fly the outbound here and make a procedure turn and come back in and grab the localizer and land runway 9er. Just reading through here, making sure we're not missing anything. Nope, that looks fine. 109.389, elevation's 869. So looks like a decision height of 1057.
Delta 1608, turn right heading 090,
yeah, so
intercept
200.
Right localizer, advise Minneapolis Airport inside.
Typical decision height. If we go missed, we're going to climb to 1,400, then we're going to head on up to 2,700 via the CID VOR. So we're going to use that Cedar Rapids VOR and shoot out to 19 DME and hold. Actually, what we'll do, since there's no ATC, is...
TMB 16 leaving my airspace. Chicago Center is closed. Frequency change approved. Have a safe flight. Good night.
Okay, over to Unicom. Thanks for the ATC. Great event. We'll see you next time, TBM 816.
Okay.
What we'll probably do if we go missed is we'll just enter left-hand traffic pattern and just fly it.
Delta 2650, cross BIPQ at and maintain flight level 280.
2280. All right. Well, we lose out. Unfortunately, we lose out on a little bit of ATC. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do this. Just because we enjoy listening to AJ so much, we'll keep the chatter on COM 2. 3340. That way you don't have to just listen to me yabbering away the whole time.
Delta 2650, Minneapolis Center.
The Active Sky app looks as intimidating as the TBM 900 quick start guide. You know, it's really not too bad. The only thing I really ever use is the map function and the conditions, honestly. There is a way you can load your flight plan in, but it's clunky, so I don't use it very often. There are a few planes back in P3D that automatically load it into Active Sky, and then that's kind of cool because then you can see, like when you go to your map, you actually see your magenta lines, and you can see where you're going. But I'm having trouble. I haven't used this for so long that I'm having trouble. Like, I should be seeing some. There we go. A little bit of moisture over there. But you know, it's a decent add-on. I like it because it doesn't. It kind of keeps the weather updates a little bit more mellow. I mean, you don't have the huge, you know, just an 11.5 is better, but in 11.4, man, the updates would come about every 15 minutes, and all of a sudden, you know, you'd be flying, all of a sudden you'd be dodging one way or the other just because the wind update's different. So I do like that. Active Sky auto loads flight plans into FSX. Yeah. Yep. It's been a long time since I've been in FSX, but I can remember some of those that still worked in P3D that way, and it was nice. My dulcet tones beat out AJ's. Yeah, I love the ATC chatter, man. I'm a sucker for that stuff. I could listen to that all night long.
November 4 Whiskey Papa, Des Moines altimeter 2982.
Desmonez.
2982, 14 Whiskey Papa.
Now we're actually going to have to plan.
Delta 1723, we're back with you at a client.
We're going to have to plan a little bit of a descent here, guys. So
Minneapolis Center, under.
If we're shooting the runway 9er, we need to be down to Cedar Rapids. Actually, we need to be out to our procedure turn here, 2500 or above. So we need to do a little bit of math here, and I'm terrible at math. So we're at 17,000. We need to lose 14,500. Is that right? 14.5. Never good at this. So 14.5 times 3.5 is 50.75. So at a little bit, I'll even round up at 60 miles out, 60 miles north of Cedar Rapids, we will start our descent there. Yeah, have Blue Fox double check my numbers for me, would you, Black Fox? I'm guesstimating about 60 DME. So, whoops, I turned my map off too soon. Sorry, guys. So that means if, let me zoom in. So this last leg here is 49. And, wait a second. What am I doing? ILS 9er. I'm not flying a... Am I flying a back course from the VOR? let's I actually think what I'm going to do is just vector myself in. I am going to vector myself in, and that'll be the easiest. Okay. Wow, this is really a confusing approach here, guys. This has all the hallmarks of a back course with the procedure turn. Yeah, actually, I think that is what it is. Okay. Yeah, well, so we'll roll with it. Anyway, so we need 60 miles out is when we need to start to make our turn. So this, let's just call this 50 miles. So 10 miles before Waterloo, we need to start our descent. So how close are we getting to Waterloo here? We're getting there. We're about 20 miles from Waterloo. Alright, so I'm going to set this down to 2,500. And we'll start the descent here, like I say, here in about 8 miles. We'll start that descent. Okay. That's exactly what it is, Ski Jeffrey says. Sweet. Thanks for the confirmation, man. Ooh, look at that.
Minneapolis Center, 215 Alpha, can I get a comp check, please? I didn't quite catch the full call sign. It's slightly overmodulated. I caught 251 Alpha. That was it.
Oh, wow. How beautiful is that, guys? Wow.
Does this sound better? It's still slightly overmodulated.
Getting lots of good screenshots tonight, aren't we? This is what it was, man. I've been jealous. That was Black Fox's screenshot he sent me at the beginning of the day. I've been jealous all day looking for a sunset just like that, my man.
The tower there is closed. If you're departing VFR, it's at your discretion to give us a call in the air with a
4 minutes. 4 minutes.
Wilco 2689er.
By the way, I'm still loving the fact that you're able to do that. That you're able to monitor COM2 and still communicate via COM1 or vice versa. Love that. Love that feature.
Delta 2650, contact Winnipeg Center.
I think I have all my anti-icing stuff turned off. Yes, I do, don't I? And I am getting to that point where I am, geez, I'm just above it. You know what, we're going to be descending through it. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to turn the inertial separator back on, and we're going to turn the anti-icing back on, because it's time to start our descent. Vertical speed mode, and we'll spin it down to about 1,500 feet per minute. That ought to be nice and gentle. I'm going to pull back a little bit on the power just to try to keep the speed. Doesn't need to get over 200, honestly. What? Did I just turn it on or off? Oh, no, it's on. Yeah, just turned on. Inertial separator is on.
Turn left heading 0, correction, turn right. Right turn heading 030.
Landing lights at 20,000. Oh, geez, I did have landing lights on. I left those on. Dang it. I left those on. You're right. You can see there they are. Landing and taxi lights both on. Oops. Oops. Checklist. We don't need no stinking checklist. All right, speaking of checklist, let's go to it. Descent checklist. Approach is briefed. The barometer is, let's update that. It was 29er73 according to, no, it was 29er87 according to Active Sky.
Runway 3728 advised Minneapolis Airport inside 2 o'clock and 14 miles going out on the 030 heading.
External lights are on, even though we're not through 10,000 feet. Oops.
Right heading 090 to join final. Cleared visual approach runway 12 right.
And let's not wait till the last 10 feet to turn the yaw damper off today on short final. What do you say, guys? What do you say? Down and through, about to make that turn to home. Yeah. Yeah. Been one of those days, downwind sim.
Delta 4211, Minneapolis Center, squawk 4535, good evening.
Okay, procedures. Here we go. Here's where the magic happens.
1841 rudder.
We're gonna select an approach. We are going to do the ILS runway 9er, which is selected or highlighted. We're going to do vectors. The barrow is 200, so we're going to leave that alone. That's the decision height. We're going to load it.
Delta 4211 radar contact 45 miles southwest of O'Neill.
And we're going to just fly toward the VOR essentially here. Now, here's what's been happening. Well, I can't do it just yet, but you're going to see here in a little bit that I do detect the glide slope, but I do not detect the localizer.
Easterly, and I have no top reports on any of that. There
at
might
least
be a gap to the south of it if you need a deviation for
at least if it stays true to my last 3 approaches in this plane. Chatting at stop signs.
Runway 3728, wind to 140 at 7, runway 12 right, clear to land.
Is Illinois one of those states that it's illegal to have your phone out? Don't get a ticket, man. That's add-on money. Okay, put that phone away, man. That's money that you can use to
Southwest 9108, also same for you. You'll have an
pick
area
up
of
that.
severe thunderstorms.
Oh, you already have all the FlyJSim stuff.
11:30 position to
pick up the Lancer Legacy.
10 o'clock position. North-south line or so, about 10 miles wide, moving eastbound. No top reports.
101 miles away, runway 9er.
And additionally, you'll have an area of building thunderstorms off your 12 o'clock position.
I am
10 miles in diameter. Also unknown tops on that.
kind of about 50 miles or so out. Good fixins.
We got that on our radar app. We'll see.
All right, there's 10,000. Lights are on. I just flipped them on. They weren't on this whole time. You guys didn't see that. Now they just came on. Altimeter is set. Speed's getting a little quick. I'm going to bump it down just slightly. 101 mile final. Yeah. That's my type of final, Jeffrey. I'm telling you. All right. Let's zip the range in here a little bit. I think when I get to Venti, I'm gonna vector myself, and again, we're just looking here at an approach course of 089. The other thing that it's done that's kind of weird, this should not be happening, is it's actually updating both nav radios.
Minneapolis Center, good evening, Piper, November 9013 Yankee.
What if I did that? What if I just put in 1093?
Yes, sir, 34 Yankee, you're on the ground here at Mason City, looking to pick up IFR.
Just put that in there. Oh my gosh.
Requested altitude.
Guys are killing me.
34 Yankee, like to request 8,500. Or, negative, 8,000. I filed that wrong.
Well,
Number
for clear
90134
skies, I
clear
tell you
from
what,
the Mason City Airport
we
to
need to get through
Minneapolis
some of
Airport
this
as filed,
cloud
maintain
business.
8,000.
It's supposed to be
Departure
nice and
frequency
clear at Cedar Rapids.
133.4, squawk 4533. Hold for release. Advise how soon until you're ready.
Be looking forward to getting through all this stuff.
Alright, November
Okay,
913 Yankee cleared to Minneapolis
weird.
is filed. Maintain 8,000 departures.
Picking up my landing lights, isn't it?
Squawk 4533, hold for release, and we'll be ready here in about 5 minutes.
Number 34 Yankee, roger. Time 0324 and 1/2. Clearance void if not off by 0330. Report airport.
We're going to be down way early here, so I guess our math was
Piper 9134 Yankee.
Again, not great, but at least it was not great in
airborne,
the get me down early rather than late direction, which I guess is good if you're going to err on the side of getting down a little too quick. I didn't see anything in the weather report about these low-lying clouds, though. I mean, we're down 5,000. It looks like we're still going to be bumping into a little bit of this haze layer here. That's interesting.
Runway 3728, roger.
I actually think we might do this. Let's level off at 4,000. We just have to be above 2,500. Add-on do I have for the lighting? Just whatever comes with X-Plane 11. X-Plane 11.5. Ooh, there's a nice little airfield. I will say though, good fixins, that I was able, after I got my new CPU, I was able to bump up some of the settings as far as like the density of objects and things like that, and that really made a difference in my night lighting. I remember when I first got X-Plane, I'm like, I was really underwhelmed. I'm like, wasn't that one of their, like, wasn't that kind of their thing, is that it was supposed to be awesome and perfectly made for the night? I just wasn't seeing it. But now that I've got it a little bit higher settings, it's definitely looks nicer. And when you get to some bigger areas like, you know, cities like New York and Boston, it really looks nice. Alright, I'm seeing something out off my 12 o'clock. I don't know if that's necessarily Cedar Rapids, or I guess I don't really see anything else that's out there. So we might be there. We're 12.5 miles from this, or sorry, not 2 miles from Vinty. 12.5, that's my range that I have my radar set. Duh. Yeah, that's, I've noticed that a lot. That's the biggest improvement, was my night, the lighting at night. All right, guys, that's got to be our airport. Okay, so we were going to go off Vinty. So let's do this. We're going to vector ourselves on a left-hand base. Go basically 080, and we're going to see if we can get everything tuned in now.
Minneapolis Center, Piper November 9134 Yankee, climbing out of 1,500 for 8,000, heading 178.
2,500 is where we need to be for our initial fix. So we'll pull the speed back, the power back a little bit here. Let's begin our descent. It can be pretty gradual still.
Southwest 9108, leaving by airspace. Denver Center is closed. Frequency change approved. Connect.
Alright. We're kind of losing AJ here a little bit, so we'll turn him off. Here we go again. We got some clouds. Kenny 429, Jeffrey 250. Yeah, it'll be somewhere in between those two, I think. Left cross wind down base. Left cross downwind base. Okay, at this point in time, I should be able to. Well, what I've been doing is I've been activating my vectors to final, and see, there it is, same problem. I've got the glide slope. Alright, so you should be able to, in the procedures page, we are now on our final, so we'll play the game. We're gonna activate vectors to final, okay, which that sets our frequency for us, 1093. That sets our, no, it doesn't set, it should set, our course needs to be 089. So we're on that base. And now let's okay. Let's activate our approach. Enter. So the approach is activated. You can see the magenta line there is kind of indicating that, and then there's the actual approach, but no localizer. And there's the suspend key. There it is again. And I don't know how to get rid of it. Clicking that button does nothing, and I'm almost positive that's what's getting in the way of our approach. Is there something down here? Is there a suspend button that I soft keyed? No. Tell you what I need is I need a little bit of light here. Let's just see what we got. We got a minute here. Not too much time, but a little bit of time. Default map, space, backspace. No, none of that, none of that, none of that. Soft key select. That's not it. If I go into procedures page, again, is there anything that toggles? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing in the menu, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm lost, guys. I don't know why that would be on, and the more I look at it, the more I wonder. Yaw damper off. Let's try it on nav 2. Just for the kick of it. Nav. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that's just the speaker. That doesn't do anything for me. Yep. Has the glide, just doesn't recognize the localizer. That's frustrating. Okay, well. Autopilot off, yaw damper off. Lights off. We're just gonna hand fly this baby in here. There's our airfield. We're at 2,500. We don't need to lose any altitude here. We want to just try to chase that glide slope. We're going to roll it out best we can. And guess what? Yeah, Yojo, if you're familiar with this plane, for whatever reason, I cannot get that suspend button. As soon as I activate the approach, suspend comes on, and it will not let me capture the localizer. Weird. Weirdest thing. And it's done it now. This is the third airfield that I've tried to do. It is OE. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. There's my runway. That's just God saying you need to hand fly more. Or maybe he's saying you should. Yep. So I've got the channel. Yep. I've got the frequency tuned. In fact, I tried it in both nav 1 and 2. I've got the course set. I just I can't even switch back now. I just can't get that suspend key to turn off. And I guess I shouldn't say that that's causing the problem, but it's the only thing that I really haven't. Nothing else really seems to be amiss. And yeah, so anyway, I'll have to research it once we get on the ground. Hammer. Yeah, smack it in that on the corner there. Just pop it a couple times like the old AM radio days. Okay. Well, we are below flap speed and gear speed here. And we want to glide. Once the glide slope starts coming down, we'd like to have a glide of about 120. Let's just check descent. Okay, the arrival, the inertial separator is on. Flaps under 178, gear under 178. We will use it. The autopilot is off. The yaw damper is off. And again, no flaps. Glide speed's 120, so we want to be below that. And we're looking for a fully configured VREF of 85. X-plane TBM 900 comes up. Yeah, doggone it. Yeah. Well, that's not good news, Jeffrey. Maybe it's kind of like the DA62 engine fire I had last night. I looked it up. I'm like, where's the anti-fire or the fire suppression, and or the, you know, heck, where's the fire extinguisher? And there isn't one. It's not modeled. The forum just says your best bet is to land as soon as possible and shut the engine off. So I cut the engine and feathered it, and that's what I did. Blue Fox is 316, years 246, and you're dreaming, buddy. You're dreaming. If I'm below 300 on this, I'll be happy. Here comes the glide slope. We're going to go a notch of flaps. And we're going to go gear. Got up above our glide slope just a little bit there. See if we can get it back. Decent power setting. We're maybe a hair too fast right now, but we're slowly getting back down as we get back on the glide. No traffic. Runway's clear. Gear down 3 green. Flaps full. Lights are on. Airspeed's looking good. Glide slope, we're a little bit low. Whoa, boy. Look out.
Heading slow.
A little bit slow, you're right. There we go, we're down now.
Airspeed.
225. That's pretty good for me. Got a little low on the approach, but not bad. All right, Beta. See if we can catch this next exit. Full braking. And yeah, we'll take this right here. That wasn't too bad, Kenny. Yep, we'll take that. That's not a bad way to kind of finish things off here. And now we just have to figure out where we're going. What are we? This looks like Alpha 3. Okay, Alpha 3. Let's go to taxi. I love the strobe taxi lights, man. They're awesome. Supposed to be effective chasing off birds, I guess. Part of the reason why they use them. All right, Alpha 3. Let's just see where we're at here and figure out where we're going. Alpha 3. It looks like we have GA and the FBO right ahead of us here. So, all right, very cool. I trust that this is the fanciest of FBOs. So let's go that way and find out. I'll bring the flaps up. We're going to go ahead and bring the pitot heat and all the anti-icing stuff off. Maybe. There we go. And we're just going to keep it on Alpha 3 here. BC 5000. Hello, sir. A little bit late to the party, but it's all right. We're going to get this thing put to bed, and we do have somebody inbound here that we may be able to see come on in and make a landing. But yeah, BC 5000, good to see you, man. Happy Tuesday evening. This is Vertical Sim. Cedar Rapids, Northern Iowa. Really a nice little airport. It's kind of a goofy thing, like a scenery maker goofy thing, but one of the things I like most about it is in the daytime there's some corn on one of the approaches. It looks really cool. It's like this custom cornfield. It's pretty dang awesome. All right, the FBO I just missed. I'm going to the hangars. I want the FBO. All right, permission to make a 180. Yeah. One of those, there's my pickup parked over there. Hopefully I won't get stuck in the grass. There we go. Agent Bravo 7. Hey, Agent Bravo 7, you are familiar with this aircraft. Have you ever had an issue where the suspend button comes on when you are activating, after you've activated an approach? And if so, do you know how to turn it off? Because I, for the life of me, am striking out. I'm going to go down here where there's some lights. You can see right now it is still active. And, oh, I can't go any further, I don't think. This might be it. Alright, this will be it. We'll just call it good right here. But I could use some troubleshooting if you have some time, or if you have the knowledge that you're willing to share, because it's interfering with me capturing the localizer. I'm almost positive. Okay, we're gonna go. So this is the weird part about my okay, we're down to low idle. We're gonna turn our pressurization off, bleeds off, AC off. I need some light, guys, sorry. Inertial separator can come off. Yeah, I just click. So okay, so I'm having a little bit of a glitch issue because, oh well, now it shuts off. Okay. I don't know how many times I clicked on that sucker, Diana, and it did nothing but, alright, that works. That works. I'm wondering now. It almost makes me want to go fly another flight just to see if I can actually intercept the localizer. Okay, panel lights coming off, external lights off. Jeffrey's out of here. Okay, okay. Dave is out of here. Have a good night, guys. Appreciate you stopping by. And cut off. All right, everything is off. Let's hop out. So it came on. I mean, it's been coming on the moment that I load my approaches, Agent Bravo 7, and it's what I think, unless you have a different theory, is it's keeping me from intercepting. In fact, it's not even allowing the localizer to show up on my glass. I recognize the glide slope, but no no localizer. It's really, really weird. All right, let's check the maintenance log here. Let's see if we broke anything. I don't think we did. Everything is still in the green here. There's a few things that are starting to wear slightly. Landing gear looks good. Electrics, everything is good there. Avionics. Maybe there's an issue with the avionics that I need to replace. I mean, it has failures and the weirdest types of failures. Everything's new. Nothing here looks like it's out of whack. So, but perhaps I might look into that a little bit. Maybe one of these little autopilot panels is wigging out on me. The MFD is new. PFD1 is new. I might have to look at that too, but yeah, I'm at a loss right now. It's just the weirdest thing. Lights all look good. Airframe holding up okay. Yeah, it's looking all right. It's looking all right. There, I tell you what, it has about every other kind of failure. It's like reality expansion pack type stuff here. You know, it's pretty cool. Like if you shut down the engine improperly, it'll give you a warning that you have fuel residue built up, and you actually have to do a dry motoring procedure to clear everything out, and it's kind of cool. Chocks are on already. Static. This is probably too hot still. Yep. So it'll set those when things cool off. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Or if you don't put the covers on, it'll do the same thing. It'll tell you that you've got dirt in the engine or something, and it's only $250,000 to repair. So that's awesome. Luckily, I'm not tied to anything. I don't know. Does this like tie? Does that little maintenance report, does it tie to FSE or anything like that? I don't know. Yeah, it's got some pretty cool features. The tow. I won't. Can I tow it? Can I push it? I don't remember how to do it. That's right. I'll have the parking brake set. Anyway, all right. I won't bore you with the tow. Parking brake set. All right. Well, let's see. When I pay 65 an hour. No, probably not. All right. How good fixins? How close are you, man? Are you in the neighborhood yet? I'm trying to look for you. Nope, that's not a. 51 miles out. All right. Well, we're probably not gonna be able to hang out quite that long, but I'll keep tabs on you here as best I can. Let me tell you what we've got coming up on the stream in the month of July. How about that? The last day of June. That is absolutely crazy. Um, on Thursday, the Spokane Flyout is coming up, and that's kind of different. You know, there's all these fly-ins, and this is a fly-out from Spokane. I'm not sure exactly where we're going to fly out to, but we're gonna attempt to fly the 727-100 out of Spokane, probably to Denver. That's a pretty good flight for a Thursday afternoon, I think. There is a virtual USA Flying Club event coming up on Friday, by the way, Friday the 3rd. It's You Say You Want a Revolution. It should be a lot of fun. It's out there on the East Coast. It's kind of a little bit of a tour of Revolutionary War sites and airfields that are near those sites, I guess. Should be a bunch of fun. Saturday the 4th, I'm going to be back in the Kodiak Island area. So our friend LP Nils has created this absolutely wonderful, wonderful uh, rendition scenery pack that's basically the whole island, the whole Kodiak Island. It's got airfields, it's got seaplane bases. It's got sandbars. It's just incredible. I've been out there now twice and just running around. And there's more stuff out there than he actually flew with us one of the times, and he had even lost track of all the little Easter eggs and things that he had rendered out there. So we're going to go back out there because one of the things that he did put on there was like an air taxi list. And so there's all these little jobs that take you from place to place. And I thought, what a better way to get to know the scenery than to do some of those air taxis. And some of them are with float planes, and some of them are with, traditional planes to some of the bigger airfields. So we're going to be doing that on Saturday. Um, and then coming up on Monday, July 6th, if you're around, if you're not doing something, I know it's the July 4th holiday, and that, in the States, that's typically kind of a family hangout, barbecue, go to the mountains and camp. And so a lot of times people are doing stuff. But if you're not doing anything, we're going to be going back for the Bush League. We're going to do a Bush League rewind. We're going to actually go back to the Canyonlands, and we're going to be flying the scenery out there. And I've actually made a couple more airfields to kind of expand that little region a little bit. So I'll make those available as well, and it'll just be the scavenger hunt will be there, but it won't be there won't be a time limit or anything like we did back in April. It'll just be trying to fly around and see if you can find the airfields. I've actually done kind of a version 1.1 where I've enhanced the airfields just a little bit, and I should say, can I do this? Am I allowed to do this? Um, Let me see if I can find this. Um, hang tight, hang tight. Can I do this here? Yeah, so I actually have I will put this in here. I've actually submitted my first scenery package to the forums, and so this will have the updated scenery for Hanksville and the airfields that we flew on that April event. And then I'm gonna put together another couple of things out here on the forum, just because it's easiest to download. But if you would like, you can also go back to the downwindsim.com website and look at the April event. I may not be able. There we go. Downwind Sim. If you haven't been to Downwind Sim has all of it. Oops, I just gave away my identity. Yeah, it's going to look at this is going to be the dashboard. Anyway, go back to the April event, and you'll see all the sceneries and OSM files and the sectional that's there, and that's what you need to look at and get downloaded. You got a few days to do that, so If you don't have the new version, the old stuff, if you were a part of it back in April, it still works really well. So, and then this time next Tuesday, actually, there's going to be no stream. I'm actually going to take that night off because I'm going to be streaming on Monday for the Bush League, and then Wednesday there's a GA event. So I'm actually for the second week in July, I'm going to take Tuesday and Thursday off and bump those streams to Monday and Wednesday. Hopefully that's not too confusing. But anyway, Corinthian leather. What are you talking about, Downwood Sim? The cockpit is made of rich mahogany. All right, all right. Well, let's do this. We've got a ragtag bunch here. There ought to be somebody we can go harass on. Oh, there's seat back pocket. Let's go raid seat back pocket. At least stay around, say hello, and you don't have to hang out for the whole time. But um, let's go raid him, and he'll get a kick out of it. He's a great guy if you haven't seen his stream. So that's going to do it for me, guys. I will hopefully see you on Thursday. I hope you have a good couple days until then. Take care. God bless.